shockwave on him, and it's been on him for years. It's because of this bullshit.
Meerkat Mall.
But right now, all around us, and so compelling you never miss the fact there's no melody, is a music that is all beat, strong beat, and talk. It's rap music, and it sounds like this.
How many seconds did it say?
90 seconds.
All right.
Silent.
Now let me get a sip of my Mio here. Okay. All right, here we go. Working in the lab, cooking up a heater, conjuring a spell with the bookkeeper, brewing up a potion. Put it in a beaker. I'm spitting hot Firaga, just like a Vigo. Drop like a member bomb from Argentina. Grinding on a big booty hot Latina. I'm John Cena in the back of the arena. Now let me take a minute to say bye to this Felicia. Review Tech USA. You are a bitch. Review my Tech 9 in a ditch. Well, I hate to break it to you, Rich, but I heard your latest track. It's a piece of shit. Second in line, Kevin, even more retarded than Kevin. Bigger failure than Project 7. Top 5 Detractor on whose bucket list? You tried to start a civil war just for clicks. I'm sorry, Rich, if this seems kind of dramatic, but before I forget, I still owe you a tip. Pull out your cucumber and give it a lick, but don't get too salty or you'll turn into a pickled dick. Bye-bye. You fucking dick. Good stuff. Do we have time for one more? Who else? Who's next? Let me be clear. Now, I'm not a political guy, right? But this is twice in 1 year that I had stuff stolen straight out from under me, see? So, finally, at the end of the shopping trip, it hit me. I gotta get this cranberry sauce, because I'm gonna grab it now, I'm gonna forget about it, right? So, I'm not stupid. I grabbed my phone. I was gone for 2 minutes. Someone stole my card. My brain was addled. My head was being rattled. They're out of their fucking minds. They're going to keep getting away with it all the time. I was gone for 2 minutes. They stole my pumpkin pie. Just to confirm, I grabbed an employee and they said, definitely someone stole. No worker took this card. So I asked the checkout guy, was like, they're all getting some endorphin high. No logic, no reason everywhere. In this state, any opportunity, anything, they just take. Stupid kleptomaniac fucks stole my grocery bags for an endorphin rush.
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, you know, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yeah, these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin my all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet.
To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills.
I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill.
I have to pay Ben bills. I have to
Pay my bills.
pay Ben bills,
bitch.
Pay Ben
Taxes.
How
I
goes
have
it,
to
everybody?
pay Ben bills.
Bitch.
Oh my God. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the T-Fueled Tuesday Weekly Recap. Hey, second one ever. Hooray. I am dead ass right now. Dapper Dragon, yeah. Sounds like it's going to be fun. So for two reasons. One, got up on time today, so that's 4 a.m. Oh shit, let me see if I can't bring that up here real quick. Just because I want to. I'll look it up over here real quick. I just recently got a new piece of fucking gym tech, and I've started using it, and it's fucking terrible. And, yep, there we go. Let's see if it'll pop up over here now. Come here. Why is it being stupid? Okay, well, apparently God hates me today. So, give me just one more second. Because this is what I just got done using. And it's all sorts of fun, let me tell you. So, how have y'all been? Because I've been fucking tired as shit. I can't even begin to explain. There we are. That's it. There we go. Let me see if I can't. Can I move it? Nope. Of course I can't. Why would I be able to do that? So I'll have to expand it. There we go. So one of these. And did 2 miles with 20 pounds. And then did 2.5 miles just about an hour ago with 40 pounds on me. And it was terrible. I hated every second of it. Yeah, it was bad. So that's why I sound just a little bit rough right now. I'm getting some water in me. I'm pepping back up, and then I had to write an email right afterwards, so forgive me. But today Phil fucked me horribly. He decided that today was going to be the day, which pause game on point, by the way, just because of course it is. He decided today was the day he was going to go on an unhinged rant. So I've got a couple of ways I can handle this. The first way is from our boy. You know him, you love him. And that would be our wonderful Snort Hogan. I know Snort has some, what do you want to call it? Clips. But I got the whole stream up right now from Raw Phil. And I just figured, fuck it. We could just fucking go through the whole fucking gambit if we wanted. Just kind of do a blind react to it. So, fuck, let me kind of leave it to chat here, because I can, and I'm indecisive as fuck today, so, we'll just, hey, what's up, Navy Vet for Life? Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Start poll. Do we want to do it with Raw Phil? And by that I mean the YouTube creator. I don't mean do we want to have Raw with Phil. This is coming out so much worse than I originally wanted it to. Yeah, it's okay. So, Paul's telling me here a little bit of love with the Raw Phil. I'll of course bump him to 150 because I can and will. But fuck, man, what a goddamn day. Chody Taint says, help. Or are you actually asking for help, Chody Taint? I don't even know. Fuck it. Let's go. So yeah, is anybody not in the loop here that, Phil was an absolute toxic piece of shit today? Except this time it was big business for some goddamn reason. I don't know why. I don't know why he does half the shit he does. I really don't, and it's really starting to piss me off these days. I know that's bad, but, what can you do? God, let's make sure. Oh, yeah, and I adjusted all my fucking mute buttons yet again, so now I don't sound like such a piece of shit. Haven't watched him in 5 days. Yeah, it was a hot-ass mess, Navy Vet for Life. You're not wrong. Banana Jones, you haven't watched him in 5 days. We'll cover so much today. We got the Detractor to talk about. We got the chargebacks to kind of revamp and go over. We got so much shit. But let's get into it. This is literally the start of his podcast, and let's just get into it.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh.
On today's Level 1 podcast, we've got a lot of news. A lot of news.
I'm going to bump
Sadly,
him just in case.
not good. Ladies and gentlemen, Xbox has done it again. They have yet again laid off a bunch of people. This is probably the 5th or 6th mass layoff this year in the gaming industry. Today we're going to dive deep into what's going on, how to handle it. But there's more than just that. It's not all doom and gloom. There's some good news from Nintendo and others. So ladies and gentlemen, I will see you for all of this and more on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Nope, we ain't doing this. I ain't doing his fucking theme music. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Did he go back to the long one? No. Oh, thank God. I was like, dude, can you just fucking learn one thing? And there go my puppers. I don't know who they're attacking this time.
Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 7th of May, 2024. I certainly wasn't expecting much when I woke up this morning, and then it was like the gameplay overload, right?
No.
Holy crap. And not gameplay overload, gaming news overload, excuse me. See, I'm seriously shell-shocked. I spent a good, half an hour this morning trying to read through articles.
Sorry, just trying to bump volume.
Saying from various different parts of the gaming industry about what's going on right now, because it was weird overnight. There was some really positive game news. I'd say, okay, not necessarily
positive.
Interesting game news from Nintendo about their new console, and everyone was all abuzz and excited. Oh,
okay, so
cool.
So I know. Snorts put something up about the Switch. Is the Switch bit that bad? Because I'm already just. Hey, King Be Cruel, how you doing, bud? I'm already just not looking forward to the Switch bit, because I like the Switch. I know it's underpowered as shit by now. It's fucking God knows how, 7 years old now?
And then we're going to get some new stuff. And then, this morning, waking up to
oh, joyous,
news.
Kenneth. That sounds
like
great.
Ever since this Activision Blizzard buyout merger took place over at Microsoft, there's been nothing.
Oh, don't worry. The other bit was unhinged.
At that company. It's just doom and gloom and games failing and people losing their jobs. And it's like, you got to wonder, was it really worth it?
Why is his low end jacked? Why?
A lot of people didn't even know. So anyway, yes, we're going to
legit. The red bars are fucking triggering me. Yeah, and I know it's my own doing because I made the spectralizer. But seeing that fucking bump, it's just like it's a cancer on my fucking screen.
Talk about that. Some people are saying that the volume is off. Let me just double check that. Yes, the volume did reset. Hold on. I have no idea why.
Holy fucking shit. Okay, maybe I do.
Is that better? I apologize. For some reason, my mic volume reset. I didn't do that. Thank you for telling me, Drew, in the chat. Let's double check it to make sure it's stuck. Yep. Yeah, there was no reason for the mic volume to be that low.
It's so
now
unhinged.
It should be 6 decibels louder.
It's so bad.
No idea. You tell me. I didn't change any settings. I guess OBS decided to F up. I don't know.
Oh, yes, OBS. It can't be him.
Okay.
Right? So hey, let's go ahead and play the comparison game, shall we? I left to go fill my fucking water bottle. I come back. Music's playing when I leave. I come back. It's fucking muted. I got people being like, I guess we're just going to fucking read this episode today. I'm like, what the fuck read? And I realized that my volume slider for my desktop audio is all the way fucking down. Hey, guess who didn't blame OBS? I'll give you a hint. It was me. I somehow fucking did it. I had to have. Because it was fucking me.
What we're going to do today is our usual, schedule-wise. We're going to talk a little bit about yesterday, because yesterday I played another Crab's Treasure, which is actually quite good.
Oh, God, again with this other Crab's Treasure.
Then, we're going to go into talking about all this game news from today, including these layoffs, which I really, at this point, I can't get it. I just scratch my head. And
dude, this is going to get so bad so fast.
Not feeling too good about it. You know, I'm someone who's in the games industry as an independent guy covering it. I'm not in the
He's covering it. When did he become a fucking journalist?
Industry working with these people. But I feel like when these things keep happening over and over, there's really a sickness going on, right? There's like a cancer in gaming, and it's eating away. And this is...
Yes, and we've been trying to hit you with chemo for 16 years, but you refuse to die, just like cancer.
It's not good. And I don't understand how no one's doing anything about it. I just don't. Like, how we're just going to ignore it. So we're going to talk about this today, okay? Anyway, today we also have a full day of gaming. Unlike yesterday, where I had to take a half day from streaming in order to do those private Patreon React videos and do some stuff behind the scenes. With the business, I'm good now. And now, we're ready. Full, fun day of gameplay streaming here today. I certainly hope...
Dude, it's worse than Schizo, in my opinion. And I don't think I'm spoiling anything here. Like, Schizo is like unhinged and you don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about, but at the same time, he's forming coherent sentences and they're all saying the same thing, which is, I am smarter than a fucking CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. And it's so fucking insufferable.
That you guys are going to tune in for Fallout 4. Because I'm going to be honest, I am nervous about the future of the playthrough. This is a playthrough now we've been doing.
Oh, shut the He's nervous about the future of the playthrough. Why don't you just play it? And just fucking do that.
For roughly 2 weeks. To kind of jump into
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing, Navy Vet for Life. Sorry to pause again. See, I've gone ahead and I've been trying to improve. I've been watching my macros now, which I've never done before. And I've restricted myself to only after 5 p.m. on Fridays all the way through when I go to bed on Sunday. Those are the only times that I can imbibe alcohol. So I did this whole thing sober. I'm about to do it again sober. So yeah, let's fucking go.
Fallout Mania that happened after the popularity of the TV show, and I think it was working fine. And all of a sudden, that last stream that I did over the weekend had way less engagement and way less support. And I was like, what happened?
People don't like you. You fucking ran off 1 Minute Man. What else do you want to know?
You know, we were doing well. Everyone seemed to be liking the fact that I was doing a run completely different from previous fall.
Hey, Javinator. Javinator, cha? I don't know if that cut you off, but thanks for subbing, man. Appreciate it.
Fallout runs. Zero charisma or intelligence. Instead, all based on luck and brute force. And I think it's working well. It's a very different style. You know, we didn't even see any of these melee weapons or anything in my previous run.
Have one for me, Navy. Have one for me.
So I hope that, you know, you guys will hang out with me for Fallout 4 today. I want more. I'm excited for more. I've been craving more all week, actually. We haven't played since, was it, Saturday? And I'm happy that we're getting back to it. I just hope that maybe Saturday was a one-off, meaning that was a one-off stream where, okay.
Why does he have to keep explaining one-offs to people? Didn't he say he has a small audience? Like, he admits he had a small audience? Everybody knows.
You know, maybe there just wasn't that much
whatever.
Attention on it, or, you know, whatever. I want to chalk it up to that and hope that maybe we can get back on our feet today with the Fallout playthrough. The thing is, if it doesn't really have traction anymore as a day stream, we could turn it into night streams. You know, but I don't even know how well it would work. Typically, when we play these Bethesda games, it's half and half. Like, sometimes it's a day stream, sometimes it's a night stream. You know, that's how we've approached New Vegas, Skyrim, and then Oblivion. And, I guess...
Mixidius, I'm not sure 1 Minute Man ate and back, but he's got an agreement with Phil to not use the name 1 Minute Man.
We'll see how it goes today, okay? And, of course, more Zangief tonight in Street Fighter 6, so we're going to have a full day of gameplay coverage for you guys, and I hope that you will hang out and enjoy it. Let's talk about yesterday briefly. So yesterday was the first day that I changed the control scheme for Another Crab's Treasure. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
I know what you're talking about, and I don't care.
Talked about it at length on yesterday's podcast. That
Then tell us to go back to yesterday's podcast. There's no reason for you to keep fucking talking about it.
The game devs had Another Crab's Treasure designed to play like Dark Souls, meaning run as well as dodge is the same button. And because of that, to dodge, it required a button input and release, meaning the dodge is delayed. Okay? What happens then is when you're fighting enemies for the first time or bosses for the first time, and you're trying to react to what they're doing, you literally can't. By the time you see their attack...
Man, you should not have used the word release with your fucking history, like in the lower right-hand corner where you're releasing. Also, why are you picking your face?
Coming, you try to dodge on reaction.
What are you picking right now?
It'll come out too late. What ends up happening is the game becomes more about memorization than reaction. And in a game like this, I think that reaction is better. What ends up happening is react to what they're doing. The dodge is delayed. Okay? What happens then is when you're fighting enemies designed to play like Dark Souls, meaning run as well as dodge is the same button.
Right. Got all that.
To dodge, it required a button input and release, meaning the dodge is delayed.
Okay, so first we got one on the forehead.
Okay? What happens then is when you're fighting
now we go siege mode.
enemies for the first time or bosses for the first time, and you're trying to react to what they're doing, you
Okay, this is not an itch.
literally can't. By the time you see their attack coming, you try to dodge on reaction, it'll come out too late. What ends up happening
whatever,
is
it's him. I don't know why I'm surprised.
Reaction. And in a game like this, I think that reaction is better. I don't want to sit there and memorize the whole game like I'm studying a textbook and then regurgitating inputs based on what I memorized. I want to react to what I see and have a chance to beat things first try.
Who gives a shit what you want?
As it was, I didn't have that chance with the way the game was designed. Guess what? There's an alternate control scheme that fixes that. Run then becomes click in left thumbstick, and then dodge instantly happens by tapping B. Why on earth the game devs didn't make that the default control scheme, I have no idea.
Because it wasn't a big deal. They liked the control scheme the way it was, and they made it so you could customize it. Why is this an issue?
Would you not want more reactive controls? I just don't understand that at all. It doesn't make sense.
Heather P., you asked for this one, okay? Okay? You asked for this, okay? He's picking his face crabs, gonna have Cat throw him in a crab boil. This implies that he got crabs from somewhere, which now I'm gonna leave you with that mental picture. Yes. Delicious, isn't it? That's on you, Heather. I didn't do it. You did it. Let's continue.
They wanted to copy Dark Souls so bad, they actually made their default control scheme worse. Anyway, the game's much better now. And yesterday, I had the best stream of Another Crab's Treasure I've had so far. Basically, we went through an entire optional area, a hidden secret village that was very tough to get through, and a secret boss at the end. And when you beat him, you then get the ability to break those big glowing cubes that are all throughout the game. And when you break them, you get all kinds of...
Hey, some Frenchie. How you doing, bud?
25 to 28 damage to over 50 damage yesterday when it comes to, you know, attack output. And I'm kicking ass now, and I'm like, wow, this is actually really cool now. I'm so powerful. Plus, I started utilizing the hammer more. I got a new ability.
Oh, God, that's just cringe to me. This kind of, oh, this is so cool. I'm so powerful.
I went from like 25 to 28 damage to over 50 damage yesterday when it comes to, you know, attack output. And I'm kicking ass now, and I'm like, wow, this is actually really cool now. I'm so powerful. Plus, I started utilizing the hammer more. I got a new ability, a teleport punch special move that is superbly good. So, I'm just having a great time with it. Yesterday was definitely the best stream of the game we've done so far, and I actually can't wait to play it again tomorrow as
Yeah,
we
let me-
continue our deep sea investigation.
Let me guess that he fucking got the most money as well yesterday on it. Whatever.
Secret cubes throughout the stages, and then finally advancing the game. So good stuff there. If you like FromSoft games, if you want to see a unique one, you want to see me really getting into it and enjoying myself, despite the fact I do die. Don't get me wrong, I'm dying and making mistakes, and it's not just a walk in the park. This game, it's very challenging. Check out the Another Crab's Treasure playthrough.
Power sip.
Now, as I already said, there was no late stream content last night because I was doing private patron videos. Those are now in the bag for the month. So now for the rest of the month,
Hey, Nocturnal L.
I can actually stay here with all of you.
Thank
and
you.
hang out with
Biggest
and
of
do
ups
double
to you.
streams. That's cool.
Core 9028. This is gonna be depressing as fuck. I already know, but we're gonna see what's up. We're gonna see what's up.
Cool. No massive interruptions like we had last month. Remember, like last month, many weeks I couldn't stream. Well, no, this month, full time, I'm here to hang out with all of you, and I'm very excited for that. Okay, let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the week, and then we're gonna jump into this game news topic.
Oh my god, who does? Guys, are you as excited as I am for the schedule? My god, I'm just fucking amped as no end. As a matter of fact, I'm so amped I could probably go to Twitter and see it right now.
I still can't get over it, man. These game news is just, it's absolutely ridiculous at this point.
Dude, you are not hyping this up.
All right, so
If it was that big, we would have already seen it by now. You regurgitate Twitter.
Okay. Schedule-wise, today, it's more Fallout 4. Yes, the Melee Idiot Savant build continues. Yes, I'm hoping that we will have a great time together and you guys will stick around and be a part of the fun. And, you know, I hope that the engagement will come back. I don't know what happened on Saturday. We've had a series.
I hope the engagement will come back. Well, that doesn't mean attendance. That doesn't mean likes. That doesn't mean comments. My God, whatever could it mean?
Series of streams that were really good for Fallout 4. Everyone was enjoying, talking, having a good time. And like I said, when people seem to be enjoying and having a good time, the support comes with it. And all of a sudden on Saturday, it was like the complete and polar opposite. Like people had lost interest in the game. And I'm like, I don't get it. It's the same game. I'm the same guy. Nothing's changed.
Oh my God, like, why don't you go ahead and sum up your whole fucking life? You haven't changed. You're the same guy. Well, you've put on more body fat, but, you know. Yay, you can stay warm in cold environments now, I guess.
So what exactly happened? I'm trying to figure it out, and you know, I want to give it another chance. I want to chalk it up to maybe just a one-off day, right? I hope today things will go better for Fallout 4 because I've enjoyed having it as a daytime stream in the rotation. I was hoping to get another couple weeks out of the game before the new games hit.
Didn't he just say that? Hold on, did I accidentally? No. Like, did he not word for word say this about, oh, I hope it's a one-off day? Am I insane? Am I going through fucking, like, DTs right now because I haven't been drinking booze on the weekdays? What the fuck?
This month, okay? And today we're gonna do fun stuff. We're in the northeast of the map, and we just arrived at the camp of the ghouls. Have a bunch of missions for us. Then next to us is where we get that the mission for I forgot his name now. I totally forgot his name, but we have another mission structure there. And then right next to that is Salem, Massachusetts, which has the Museum of Witchcraft and other missions. So there's like a ton of content where we are now in the game, and I'm just focusing on that stuff today. I figure. I said let's do that. Let's stay in this.
You know, I'm gonna bring it up here just because I just saw it, and you're absolutely right. He could do something interesting with a mod, which obviously requires him to be on a PC, which he can't do because his PC can't run shit. But this is the type of stuff that Dapper Dragon. I don't know if you have a channel yourself. I don't know if you're streaming out there making videos yourself. But let's just assume, for the sake of argument, you're not. That means you have a better grip or better grasp on what to fucking do than Phil does. And Phil's been doing it for 16 years. Pulse game on point yet again, dude. Do his eyes not close at the same time? Does he have a millisecond delay between the two? Because his left, our right, looks droopier. Oh, there are console mods. Hey, I stand corrected. I was unaware of this. So, yeah, my bad. Please do not crucify me. And if you did, it's fine. My brotherhood would come and avenge me.
This northeast corner and just go about and see what we can find and maybe get some leveling and have a good time. Plus, we have Nick as our companion now, which is awesome to actually have a really good companion. So, I'm excited for today. Hope you'll stick around after the stream for a great Fallout 4 session. Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it is more Street Fighter 6. Zangief madness continues as I attempt to
As you attempt to screw up? Is that what he was about to say? Hold on.
Street Fighter 6. Zangief madness continues as I attempt to get Zangief.
He was about to say
Master
screw
Rank
up.
before the big update coming on May 22nd. Okay. So let's see how it goes tonight. Last time around, it was rough going. I did get Zangief a lot more ranking points, but I lost a ton, and I'm hoping to get better as some of Zengi's toughest matchups, because I'm not losing a whole bunch of those matches.
I hope he gets Cammy back to back to back to back to back.
But I guess we'll see. Right now he's really not doing well against any of the top tiers. It just seems like he's not designed to do well in that regard. So, yeah. So I hope you'll come back tonight, and should be a good time. What's going on? The allow gifted memberships link isn't working for you. It's probably because those @ references don't work anymore. YouTube broke them.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, no, it works for me. I clicked on it, and it works for me. I just tried it, and it actually worked, so it must be on your end something. Because I just clicked on it, and it literally worked for me, and even had the pop-up that said allow gifted membership, so it does work.
What the fuck? Why are we... Whatever.
Okay. If it says the allow gift option isn't available on this channel, it means that you have a branded channel, and you cannot get a gifted membership.
Now, that's true.
That's what it means. Okay. Anyway, continuing on here. That's today. Tomorrow, we're gonna do another Crab's Treasure stream. Yeah, so that's going to be the day stream tomorrow. Is another Crab's Treasure. Tomorrow night, the night stream is completely up in the air. Here's the options that I'm thinking of. Number one, if you want, we can do another Helldivers 2 stream. I'm down for bringing back Helldivers 2 as a late night chill stream of multiplayer. However, last time that I did it last weekend, when I did it as a night stream, it didn't work. People actually were disengaged and talking about other topics, and yeah, support was really bad on that stream. And
hey guys, if you want to talk about other topics on my stream, you can talk about other topics, because I don't have a M. Bison hat, and I do not rule with an iron fist. So, enjoy.
I said I hope it's just a one-off, but then it just so happens this week we were very busy with stuff and didn't get a chance to do one.
Oh yeah, Core 9028.
But I could bring it back and give it another shot. Or we could just do a late night chill stream where all we do is just hang out and talk, which I'd be okay with, just hanging out and talking.
Okay, so let's be clear here. He could do Helldivers 2, but you have to talk about Helldivers 2. But if he doesn't do Helldivers 2 and he's not giving you any visual stimulus whatsoever, then you guys can talk about anything. Like, make it make sense, Phil. Let's talk about getting swole. It's fucking getting rough, my dude. It is getting fucking heavy for me.
And having a good time, just, relaxing to end the week. We do these streams about once a month, and they usually do pretty well when it comes to people coming by and hanging out and engaging with the content.
And engaging with it.
And a lot
No,
people say they like the idea of just hanging out with me rather than every stream having to be dedicated to a game or dedicated to a react. Instead, just kind of hanging out and having a good time shooting the shit. I'm okay with that too. So, let's see what you got.
Chris Dorner, respecter. Can I give advice on steroids? Or am I natty? I am not natty, but that is because I tested out very low on T about 3 years ago. So I am on TRT. But if I can give you any advice, if you are 30s, coming up on your 40s, go get your T levels tested, because mine were so fucking low. It was absolutely terrifying. And it explained a lot. I had a lot of stress going on at my job at that point. So it really did help a lot. Thank you for the 2. I really appreciate it. Hope that answers your question. If I can actually, click the window that I want to click.
Let me know.
Thank you again, Chris Dorner, respecter.
And, we'll figure it out. Basically, by the end of today, I kind of have to figure out what it is that I want to do tomorrow night. Okay? I'm down for whatever. If you have other ideas, too, or something to do on the late stream, I'm down.
All right, let me pause real quick. So, Robbie Roberts kind of piggybacked off Chris there. I've got basically, you can call anybody if that specializes in it's a medical field. If you just look up TRT, replacement in my area, you'll probably get a slew of labs. It's probably not going to be covered by your insurance, so it's going to be a lot of out of pocket. But it helps out. It helped me out a lot. Visible Dimwit. First of all, I don't know if I've seen you in my chat before. I love the name and welcome. Also, so killing T isn't a solution to low T. As a matter of fact, I would argue that Phil has demonstratively shown that killing T lowers your T. Obviously.
Down for that too. It's just that it really is a one standalone stream of just can be anything. The one thing I don't want to do is Street Fighter back to back, because I'm also doing Street Fighter on Friday night. You don't want to do Street Fighter, right? So that's why I want to kind of break it out. I'm off of streaming on Thursday.
What a surprise.
And I hope you guys will have a safe and fun one. Maybe get caught up on my content from the week while I'm not here. When I come back on Friday, it's a new game premiere. Little Kitty Big City. It's a game in the same vein as...
Okay, no lie, that was absolutely perfect timing. And he should have capitalized on that, but unfortunately he would have capitalized it way too much, like that one time when he screamed at the top of his lungs, Jasper did that. But literally, he mentions Little Kitty and boom, Jasper hits his fucking mark.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill.
And thank you yet again. I appreciate that. But check this out, man. He mentions Little Kitty, and bam, hits his point, hits his mark.
Not here. When I come back on Friday, it's a new game premiere. Little Kitty Big City. It's a game in the
Boom,
same
hits his mark.
vein as Untitled Goose Game. Okay, but it stars a cat in a city. And no, his name is not Jasper Kitty. This is not the cat in the game, but this is my cat who literally ran in here and jumped on me as I started talking about the kitty game. So is it a coincidence?
All right, maybe he did kind of capitalize on it a little bit, I guess.
Is it a coincidence, Jasper? Now, Jasper, don't drink my water like yesterday. That was very rude when you licked my seltzer bottle live on stream.
Oh, dear God, I thought he was
So
going to
now
say
dirty
something
water,
else.
start drinking it, right? Now he's kneading my leg. What are you kneading my leg for? Irwin, what is going on here? Don't lick my water. How dare you? You almost did it again. Do not lick that water bottle. That is completely unacceptable. Okay. So anyway, yes, Little Kitty Big City will premiere on Friday as the day stream. We're going to give it a look. I don't know if it's a game I'm interested in playing more than once. I want to see what it is. It is a Game Pass game. So we'll give it a look Friday. Friday night will be Friday Night Fights, more Zangief.
He
Friday
is.
6.
He's happy.
Saturday will either be Another Crab's Treasure or Fallout 4, dependent. And then again, Saturday night, not sure exactly what I want to do. Okay, so we'll see. But that's kind of the week. Next week, we're going to be balanced between Another Crab's Treasure, trying out the kitty game, Fallout 4, Street Fighter 6. Those are the definites. And then we'll see what else we want to do around that, okay? I'm going to play Animal Well, a PC indie game
That poor fucking cat.
published by Video Game Donkeys Publishing Company. I don't know anything about it. Is it coming out anytime soon, or is it out? Because I have an Indies Marathon scheduled for May 25th. So it might be a good time to check it out, as long as it's not like $100, which I doubt it is. Right? There you go.
My God,
Comes out May 9th.
does he know how to pet a fucking cat?
Well, there you go. Why not nominate that game for my upcoming Indies Marathon event? You can nominate games right now by typing !Indies in the chat, and then maybe we could play that game.
That poor little dude. He even got the cute little socks on his feet. This ain't right, man.
During the Indies Marathon and see what it's all about and see if it's any good. I'd be down for that. Okay. Why does Jasper wear a collar if he doesn't go outside? Number one, because the bell on his collar lets us know where he is, so he doesn't sneak up on us. And number two, because if he accidentally does get outside, it has our information on it. Not to say that he ever should, but I mean, there have been a few times where he runs into the garage or the back door's open, maybe he's gonna run. You know what I mean? You never know. So that's why it's a safety measure. Okay. That's what's going on schedule-wise.
Safety measure.
I already just mentioned.
Jasper has a hatchet for safety.
We have an Indies Marathon coming up. It is a PC-centric Indies Marathon on May 25th. It's a Saturday.
Yeah, I caught that too,
you
Space
guys are
Lord
currently
Mother.
nominating. You can do that right now by typing !Indies
I
into the
caught
stream
that
tab.
too.
All right, and
Phil,
I
you
hope that
make
will
me
nominate a
angry,
variety of
Phil.
games for me, because I don't know what I've been missing in Indies recently. I'm not in the know on that. But the most nominated games will get into a final poll in probably about a week's time. Okay, and then after that, you guys will be voting for about a week on what games will actually be played during the marathon. Okay, so please nominate, and thank you for that.
What are we even
Are we ready?
talking about?
To talk about this news, man, because all right, everyone.
Hold on, how long has he been going at this point? Because this is just fucking absolutely bonkers to me. There it is. There's that. So what are we at? 4:49. 4:30. 20 minutes. 20 minutes on fucking nothingness. Big old nothing burgers.
I would normally say this is everyone's favorite segment, but being that today we have such downer news, I don't want to say it's everyone's favorite segment at this point.
Why? The man does not understand branding, does he?
I don't think it's not really the time for jokes. All right, so
Yes, it is. It is the perfect time for jokes.
let's begin with the news that was happening overnight. Okay, first of all, Remedy Entertainment has canceled a game
Wait.
that literally we just found out about. If you
Hold on. My fucking eye for detail fucking pissing me off
will
here.
actually be played during the marathon.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So please nominate. And thank.
All right, so you'll only see it with my spectralizer on. How the fuck do you fuck this up, right? He's going to change scenes. He's going to go from this to DSPN, right? Watch the red bump.
you for that. Are we ready to talk about this news, man? Because all right, everyone. I would normally say this is everyone's favorite segment,
Gone.
but being that today we have such downer news, I don't want to say it's everyone's favorite segment at this point. I don't think it's not really the time for jokes. All right, so
So he has different audio settings per scene.
let's begin with the news that was happening overnight. Okay, first of all, Remedy Entertainment has canceled a game that literally we just found out about. If you remember, it was about a week or two ago. Remedy Entertainment came out and said, hey, here's all the stuff we're currently working on, for the next year or two. And one of these games that they had mentioned was a game called Kestrel. And everyone was like, what the hell's Kestrel? Like, we know Control, and we know Control's getting a sequel and a spin-off. We know, obviously, Alan Wake. Like, we know all that. And then they said, Kestrel. And it's like, what is that? Well,
You're probably
Game
right,
Kestrel
King
had a small
Brickroll.
team working on it. It was an early concept stage of a game that was going to be a premium online cooperative multiplayer game. But what does that mean? What would it play like? Nobody knows, and they already canceled it and said, nah, we're not going to do it. They're just going to focus on single-player content. So,
Okay.
I guess that's good. I guess that's what's for the best. If
No, so the red bars, Redbird, are it's a spectralizer, and the constant audibleness of when he's on his previous scene means that there is either a hum or a low noise. Whether or not it's audible or not, I don't know. I don't hear it, but it's constant. So there is something that is on, turned up too loud, turned down too loud, whatever. Turned down too loud. What the fuck did I just say? I need to drink more water. Holy shit. Phil's rubbing off on me. My God. You think it's a capture card, Big Matty D? But yeah, apparently when he changes his fucking scenes, blam, it goes away.
Basically, they know that their niche is single-player experiences, and they just wanted to dabble in multiplayer, and they tried to work on it, and they were like, nah, that's fine. At least they didn't put an insane amount of effort into it before they canceled it. So that's just a little snippet of game news. No one really knew about it anyway, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Overnight, Nintendo shocked the world. Although I don't find this news shocking at all. All right, I think it's just inevitable that it was going to come out. But of course, people freak out and act like it's a big deal. So this is an actual Twitter post from the Nintendo Company Limited official account.
Odds that he's going to actually like bring it up on the screen? 0. Awesome. Let's keep
Ready?
going.
This is Furukawa,
He's reading it from his fucking phone, isn't he?
president of Nintendo. We will make an announcement about the successor to Nintendo Switch.
Successor. Actually, did he throw a k in there? Did he?
Ready? This is Furukawa, president of Nintendo. We will make an announcement about the successor to Nintendo
Nope.
Switch within this fiscal year. It will have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of Nintendo Switch back in March 2015. We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the latter half of 2024, but please be aware, there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during that presentation.
Oh my God. Why can't you pronounce words? And why do you overpronounce words? You just piss me off.
So, number one, appreciate the president of Nintendo getting ahead of this. Why?
Getting ahead of what?
Because so many times, these guys say nothing, right? And they try to keep it under wraps. And what ends up happening is ridiculous, rampant speculation, baseless assumptions. People saying absolutely ridiculous things like, oh, there's a Nintendo Direct coming up, and so you know they're going to talk about the Switch too, right? Which is ridiculous. Because no one ever has any information about that, but they always just make it up to try to have clickbait news and stuff. I almost feel like this is the president of Nintendo, Furukawa, literally saying, I don't want drama around this nonsense. I'm going to just announce this ahead of time so that way no one can make stuff up, which is a good approach in my opinion. Transparency.
Oh boy. Hey Furukawa, don't you just you made Phil a happy boy. You should retire. Your dream is complete.
Is appreciated. So the two things you
Gino Gaming, you've hit this on the head. Freaking Hans Landa, the character, the antagonist of Inglourious Bastards, I think said it best. Oh, I love rumors. Facts can be misleading, but rumors, true or false, are often revealing. Yes, I love fucking rumors, man.
learn here, number one, they're making a new Switch. We already knew that. Right now, is it going to be called the Switch? Probably not. But we already knew they're going to make a new console. I mean, the real announcement would have been, oh, we've decided to get out of the console business. We're like, what? Nintendo was like, done? No. We knew they were going to make another console, right? I mean, Switch is one of their most profitable consoles of all time. Why in the holy heck would they not make another one, right? The real news here is that they're going to talk about it in the next fiscal year. So that means, you know, within the end of this year.
Do you think he...
Wait.
Not necessarily, you dumb fuck. He just said fiscal year. Their fiscal year may run March, may run, Jesus Christ, I cannot brain today. I have the dumb. May run into March. So that means that next year, 2025, right? It could be January, February, or March. That would be with their fiscal year.
Console. Now, we're not going to probably be able to buy it, but at least we're going to have information of it. And I would guess,
No,
if that's the case,
yeah, I was just brain farting. DeLorean and
that they're probably going to sell it next year or next fiscal year. Okay? Now, the other thing that I appreciate is that he literally says, even though there's a Nintendo Direct coming up in June, there's no new console information in it. Good for saying that, because too many idiots on the internet just make shit up about it and keep saying, oh, we're going to get all this information about it, and here's our speculation, here's our hype. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Dude, I can't agree with you more, except about you. Again, pause game on point. How high is he? Shut the fuck up.
You don't work for Nintendo. You don't know anything. You just make shit up for people to click on your garbage content. You know, and it's stupid because people believe it. They actually build up hype and stuff around stuff that's just nonsensical. So anyway.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I hope that when they do announce it, it's going to be something better to what gamers really want.
Fecals. Unirage. Hey, Unirage, welcome.
The answer is probably no, it will not be. Nintendo is infamous for completely disregarding fan feedback when it comes to designing consoles, right? What do the fans want? We want more powerful hardware on the inside. so that we can actually have our games look as good as the competitors, right? Imagine a Mario game or a Zelda game that's running in full 1080p 60 frames with insane amounts of detail, or hell, even 4K, right? My God, it would blow your socks off. Instead,
Why would we want that? Who the fuck needs to see a cartoon it's a cartoon. It's a caricature of a person.
we got some of the worst looking games and worst performing games. I mean, are you kidding me?
What?
Tears of the Kingdom was a great game. That looked awful.
What?
It's just sad that they don't care about being competitive. Instead, they always have to have a gimmick, right? We're going to waggle around with motion controls. We're going to have a stupid screen controller no one ever asked for or wanted. We're going to have a console that's not really a home console. It's a hybrid, portable console.
Oh yeah, that was just a terrible idea, wasn't it, Phil? They sold out in like 3 fucking seconds flat. That was just a terrible business model. Yes.
It's a home hybrid, but now it's weak because of that. Like, how about you just make a fucking console that's good?
Oh my God. Dude, I am obviously, dude, never take any investing advice from this man. Oh my God.
You ever think about that? Like, back in the day with, like, Super Nintendo, like, what was the thing that Nintendo innovated? Better technology in the carts, so it looked better than anything else of their competition, and an innovative controller that allowed better games to be developed, right?
Innovative control. Didn't the Genesis have bumpers? So it added a 4th button. If the Genesis didn't have bumpers, then it added bumpers and an extra button. But, whatever.
Can you tell me one game developed for Switch that's better because it was developed for Switch?
All of them that are developed for Switch because I travel like a motherfucker, you dumbass.
Can anyone, literally, can you put your hand up and say, oh yeah, well this game is Switch exclusive, it's really good because it was on Switch?
Any game, you don't have to have it console specific. It doesn't have to be just developed. For the guy who says that like Xbox and Sony aren't going to come around and suck your dick if you're brand loyal to him, he seems to be like really fucking hating on Nintendo for some fucking reason.
No, Nintendo has lost their way when it comes to what they're good at. Innovation is great, but gimmicks are not. They need to innovate to make better gameplay experiences, not just say, oh, we don't do what everyone else does, so here's an underpowered console that has a finicky, wonky thing that we can claim is a gimmick that's cool. When you know, in reality, I think what people would rather happen is have better games, right? And I hate to say it, right now, my Switch is gathering dust and has been for quite some time, last few years, right? Maybe we turn that sucker on 2 times, 3 times a year tops. Well,
I mean, that's on you, you dumbass.
the other consoles are constantly being used, right? It's sad. Like, there's nothing to play on that dang thing. Yet they say, oh, it's the best-selling console. I don't care. Like, I literally don't care. If it's the best-selling console, if there's no good games to play on it, it doesn't matter.
What do you classify as good, you fucking brick?
You know, just because people who aren't mainstream gamers and aren't people who play games all the time casually bought your console in droves just like they did the Wii, doesn't mean that the console has done anything for the games industry.
What? I gotta hear that. I gotta hear that
just
again.
Because people who aren't mainstream gamers, no good games to play on it,
it
doesn't matter.
I gotta slow this one down. I gotta bring this back down to 1 here real quick. Because I wanna hear all of this fucking argument.
You know?
Oh
just
God, he's
because
insufferable at
people
1.
who aren't mainstream gamers and
Who aren't mainstream gamers. Is he fucking gatekeeping? Is he gatekeeping, saying that if you don't own an Xbox or a PS5 or fucking gaming rig, that you're not a gamer?
and aren't people who play games all the time casual?
I play games on airplanes more than I do at my home. Sorry, that's my fucking DPI settings. I accidentally clicked a button.
Bought your console in droves just like they did the Wii, doesn't mean that the console has done anything for the games industry.
I want to brain him in Minecraft so fucking bad. What a dumbass take.
So, yeah, I am sad at Nintendo's track record, and I would hope that with the new console they will turn things around.
Sad at Nintendo's track record. Let's be clear. Somebody mentioned it in the chat. I didn't call you out. I'm sorry. But oh shit, Jay Wusso with the 5. Studio get their fat trimmed and everybody freaks out. The stuff happens in real life. DSP needs to be humbled immediately. Bro, we gonna get there. We're gonna get there when he goes full psychopath. But man, thank you for the 5, man. That is awesome. And again, you're right. The shit that he's talking about, the shit he's going to talk about, if you're unaware, is all the stuff about how, why are they doing this? Why are they doing it? Oh, because it's for their investors. Do you have any idea where your fucking liquid assets come from? I'll give you a hint. It's your investors. Guess what they're not going to do if you won't give them a return on their money? I'll give you a hint. They're not going to invest. And it's going to get so fucking unhinged. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Jay Wuso 989, one more time. I got to tell you, thank you so much. Let's keep going. Oh my god. And what I was going to say about up in the chat, but I missed you. Somebody's like, on paper, the GameCube was far more powerful than the PS2. Not only that, the GameCube had pressure sensitive fucking triggers, right? So you could squeeze and the pressure would actually work on it. They didn't do much with it, but that was fucking innovative as fuck. And it was awesome. I loved that about it. It was tinier discs, less fucking overhead, could make the discs, make them cheaper, whatever. But no. See, PS2 was better because it had, I don't know, whatever it was, better games for more adult games. Well, now Switch goes with the lesser power, and they're like, hey, we're going to make it about, how do you game? We're going to make it about, can you game wherever you are? Because that would be really cool. And now, it's just not powerful enough. Yeah, it's not powerful enough.
That money, I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill.
JWeso989 donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Studio get their fat trimmed and everyone freaks out. This stuff happens in real life. DSP needs to be humbled immediately.
And again, you are totally right, my dude.
Do I have any kind of confidence? No. However, I will say this. We may finally get new titles we've been waiting for. How about an actual new Mario Kart game?
Of all the fucking titles, why would you care about Mario Kart? You don't play online anyway.
For the first time in like a decade. That would be nice. How about a new
PS2 had pressure sensitive? I stand corrected. I did not know that.
Mario? We didn't have a new Mario since the launch of the Switch in 2017. That's a 3D Mario. And Odyssey was amazing. I would like to have better first-party games at this point than we're really getting. 1 or 2 a year is not enough. And now
Didn't he get bodied in Metroid Prime Remake?
we're at a point where there's like nothing. Like what?
And I just did this one here with Meester the other day. He just got fucking tore the fuck up with Metroid Dread.
What exactly is coming out? Well, we're going to find out in June. That's what he's saying here. This Direct in June essentially is going to explain the final life cycle games of the Switch. The Switch wasn't a bad console in my opinion, but
Did he just walk back his own fucking statements?
man, to me, it just didn't feel like important or special. For a lot of people, I guess it was. For them, it was their generation's Wii. But for me, it was just like,
Okay, hold on. So, their generation's Wii. So, we're talking about the Wii console as though it was this momentous, game-changing, revolutionary thing, and Phil has told them that we need to not do that. We need to focus on making gaming revolutionary. How much gin does he drink?
So some games were beautiful on it, That's the sad part. Like I said, Mario Odyssey ran superbly good on it. So it doesn't explain why games like Breath of the Wild
Heather P., it's better than him being face sitter, Phil.
or the recent Pokemon Scarlet and Violet run absolutely horribly on it. It just doesn't even seem to make much sense. I don't know. So I hope whatever they come out with will be a better piece of hardware that people can develop for and actually have games run better. But we know Nintendo, right? At this point, you would be kind of fooling yourself to think that what next console they put out will actually.
I thought that too, Kenneth. He says, I feel like he backtracks when he notices one of his whales is getting upset. Exactly. And that's my guess too. Somebody was like, dude, are you fucking high? What are you talking about? The fucking Wii was a baller. The fucking Switch was baller. Oh, you can disagree with me. This is just my opinion. That's just how I feel. You can disagree. I'm gonna sit on the fence.
Actually be powerful. Okay.
Yeah, give me F-Zero, man. You know what? Give me F-Zero with the jacked fucking power of whatever the next console is.
Okay, guys, it's time for the main event of the news today. It is so sad. It is very upsetting.
You can't fucking build hype for shit. I can't either, to be quite frank, but it's okay.
I was going to forewarn you all. Oh, wait, no, it's not. There's another story. I'm sorry.
Oh, god damn it.
Sorry. There's one more story. This is what I mean. Like, today had so much news. Guess what? Do you remember that story that I talked about a few weeks ago that the United States government has passed a law?
Oh, dear God, we're going to talk about TikTok, aren't we?
And President Biden signed it into law stating that TikTok, that's right, the social media app that all the kiddies are into, owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance, all right? Essentially, is going to be outlawed in the United States and blocked as of January of 2025 unless the company is divested. What that means
Oh, God, we're going to learn. Oh, no. No, no, no.
is that our government is legally forcing this company to be sold off to a non-Chinese company, or else they're just going to block it. All right? Now you might say, I don't get
No, 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 no. Not sold. You have to have another legal body that does not answer to the foreign entity. That doesn't mean that fucking ByteDance has to come to America. It means they have to have a U.S. office.
it. Why? Here we go. Here's the actual reasoning. U.S.
Or Singapore. And yes, Singapore, not China. I stand corrected. I honestly thought it was China as well.
lawmakers from both parties, both Republican and Democrat, as well as administration and law enforcement officials have expressed concerns that Chinese authorities could force ByteDance to hand over U.S. user data or sway public opinion by manipulating the algorithm that populates users' feeds. Some have also pointed to a Rutgers University study that maintains TikTok content was being amplified or underrepresented based on how it aligns with the interests of the Chinese government, which the company disputes.
That's great. They dispute this. Oh, no, you can call me fuckface, Heather B. That's fine. You can call me fuckface all the time. I knew you weren't calling me fuckface, but I read the Singapore, not China part. I knew you weren't saying that to me. Again, yes, Lauren, actually, you hit a nail on the head as well. Phil should never use the word kitties, although I have this fucking terrible feeling he does, particularly with Tor searches. Yeah, and this isn't gaming news at all. And not to mention the fact that, like, oh, they're going to sell it, and they're going to do these terrible things, and they're going to this, and they're going to that. It's like, don't Facebook and Twitter and fucking all these other goddamn social media apps, Snapchat and everything like that, don't they do that already? Didn't fucking TV do that before the fucking, cell phone shenanigan? Is it not follow the money? Has it never been follow the money? Oh, fuck it, we're not going conspiracy theories here. Let's go. It helps if I actually have the window selected so my fucking hotkey works.
So what's going on? The U.S. government is saying, because TikTok is owned by a Chinese company, the Chinese government is not like us. They regularly interfere in the lives of their citizens and regularly interfere in how the companies act and are controlled. And they're afraid that the Chinese government at any moment could go, give us all the data and manipulate the data to make a narrative true on your app.
Boy, talk about not understanding the entirety of a situation because you've read 5 fucking bits on Twitter.
Apparently that's not allowed in companies outside of China, but apparently in China it's okay, or at least that's what our government is insinuating. Okay? So why am I bringing this up today? Because guess what?
Yeah.
TikTok is suing the United States government. It is official. They have filed their lawsuit. Here's what they're saying, okay? This is from a local news station, K5 News article, so I will be reading from it just to give credit where credit is due.
Can't give the link, though.
The popular social video company alleged that the law which President Joe Biden signed into law as part of a larger $95 billion foreign aid package is so obviously unconstitutional. The sponsors of the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act are trying to portray this law not as a ban, but as a regulation of TikTok's ownership. The law requires TikTok's parent ByteDance to sell the platform within 9 months. If a sale's in progress, then they'll get an additional 3 months to finish it. But ByteDance has said it doesn't have any plans to sell TikTok. Even if it wanted to divest, the company would have to get a blessing from Beijing, hence the Chinese government we were just talking about, which previously opposed a forced sale of the platform and has signaled its opposition this time around. TikTok and ByteDance argued in the lawsuit it really isn't being given a choice. The qualified divestiture demanded by the act to allow TikTok to continue operating in the United States is simply not possible. It's not commercially, not technologically, and not legally.
Not commercially. There's shit to go into on that, but that's fucking politics and fucking tech talk. Let's keep it on Phil here.
So that's what's going on. So if this company is not sold off by, I think they said, like the end of September, October, something like that, then it will literally be banned in the United States as of January. Okay? We already talked about that.
Yeah, Boomer Phil is the best Phil. It's the most authentic Phil.
So, get rid of this guy.
Oh, we had a troll. We had a troll.
What's going to happen here? I don't know. Sounds to me like they're going to get banned because I don't think ByteDance is going to sell. We already talked about this. That this company is worldwide. It's not just American. This is a company that in China it's big, in Europe it's big, in other countries outside of the U.S. it's big. TikTok is a worldwide, very popular app.
Do not tell me he's about to make the argument it's popular in the world and therefore that means it should be allowed in the United States just hands down. Tell me he's not about to make this argument.
If the United States government says you must sell because we don't trust the Chinese government, you know what they're going to say? Well, fuck off then. You just can't use it.
Yep.
If anything, they might just ban Americans from using it, right?
Yep.
Right? I don't know. To me, here's the thing. To me, it's not big news. To a lot of people, apparently it is. I guess TikTok is huge. It's something that's used by tons of people.
How are you this out of touch with the fucking world?
And they see it like culture will change if people in America can't use TikTok. I mean, there's entire content creators that make all their content on TikTok, and they're not going to be allowed to anymore. Anyway, One other news story before we get to the big one.
Oh, dear God.
Bob Iger,
Why does God hate me?
the current CEO of Disney, has announced that Marvel Studios are now going to reduce their output of content. There will only be 2 to 3 Marvel movies released in a year, and only 2 TV shows per year, period.
What the fuck? Oh, what was that fucking jaw open, look at the camera
There
bullshit?
will only be 2 to 3 Marvel movies released in a year, and only 2 TV shows per year, period. Well, it's about damn time, because let me tell you, when they keep releasing spin-off shows of some character I never heard of or don't care about, right? It's like, well, it's about goddamn time. You know, maybe we didn't need that 17th Marvel movie of crap that no one cares about, right? They were shoveling shit so hard for like 5 or 6 years there. It's about time. And, you know, maybe that will actually fix it, because right now I do feel like we have insane amounts of oversaturation in Marvel content. And that's a problem.
Why is it a problem? Why don't you just not go to the movie and be like, look, I don't like this movie and I'm not going, and end of story, move on.
Right? Like, that's literally a problem.
Oh my God, why are we going siege mode?
People just aren't going to the movies to watch Marvel movies that much anymore. It's, you know, it's funny because he says we're going to do 2 to 3 Marvel movies a year. Like, literally, that's the amount of movies that people go to see out of the 10 that we're releasing. 2 to 3 would do well. And then the other 7 would be shitty and fail. And no one would care about them, right? Excuse me.
Dude, what is in his throat that he has to clear it that much? I mean, I get the snorting, that being the post-nasal drip or whatever, but whatever.
So, yeah, I'm happy for the fact that it sounds like they're wising up. Stop oversaturating, you know? Now, what's next? Star Wars? Because I think Star Wars is also kind of oversaturating with their 100 TV shows that they're releasing. So I guess we'll see. Okay. The big news. Are you ready? I've been trying, if you haven't noticed, I've been trying to delay talking about it because I'm not happy.
Trying to delay... Did he say belay?
The big news. Are you ready? I've been trying, if you haven't noticed, I've been trying to delay talking about it because I'm not happy.
I can't make it out. He might have said delay.
I'm actually quite upset. Breaking news. Microsoft is closing multiple game developers this morning. Okay? 4, I believe. Yeah, here we go. Here's the 4 that are closing.
Gotta look at Twitter. Yeah, by the way, this is why you're here. This is the whole... This is where it starts to get fucking cancerous.
Arcane Austin. And Arcane Austin is responsible for the recent massive failure Redfall. The Elder Scrolls Online co-developer Roundhouse. So they were a company that was working exclusively on Elder Scrolls Online. They're getting laid off.
Yep.
Alpha Dog, who's made Mighty Doom. If you don't remember, that was the game that was like Doom with like the cutesy characters or whatever. And I think that was, I don't know if it ever hit consoles, but I think it was a mobile game. And now here's the big one, the one that everyone is like, what? Are you ready? Tango Gameworks, the makers of the recent actual smash hit Hi-Fi Rush.
Why the pause for dramatic effect here? People are getting laid off. That sucks. Get to the point.
What? Huh?
God, why is it when it's the huh and that octave that hits a special part in like just under the lobe of my left ear in my head that just kind of
They just made a hit game. Remember? It was the game that everyone was talking about last year that no one even knew it existed.
He didn't play this one, did he?
And then they dropped it on Game Pass. I think it was February 2023. And people played it and were like, whoa, this game is seriously good. So if this is an idea of what Tango Gameworks can do, this is amazing. The game actually won awards for sound design and all kinds of stuff. And they're laying the studio off. Now, to be fair, Tango Gameworks also made The Evil Within 1 and 2. And Hi-Fi Rush was actually a departure for them from their usual
He did play Hi-Fi? Okay.
formula of content that they would make. The Evil Within 1 was a smash hit success. Of course, at that point, if you remember, Shinji Mikami was still working for the company. It was his company to begin with, and it was supposed to be his own edition of a Resident Evil game. It did very well, and then it led them to make a sequel. However, what happened with Evil Within 2, I feel, is probably one of those sad, really infamous mismanagement stories that you hear in the game industry.
Mismanagement.
So Evil Within 2
Here we go.
dramatically improved upon the original game in every way. The graphics were better, the gameplay elements and controls were better, the game opened up and wasn't just linear like the first game, but instead had many open areas you could explore with optional side quests and content. And overall, the plot was better and had a definitive and fun ending. What happened with it? I'll tell you what happened with it. They completely mismarketed it. Unlike Evil Within 1, where you saw ads everywhere, in the stores, on TV, online, there was almost no marketing whatsoever for Evil Within 2. No one even knew it was coming out, besides those following game release schedules. And so when it came out, everyone was like, huh? I didn't
Sorry.
even know that was out. And then I played it, I was blown away how good it was, and sadly, no one knew about it. Like, people were learning about the game by coming to my streams. And I was like, what?
No, they weren't. People knew about the Evil Within 2.
That's stupid. You know, I don't know what happened, why they marketed the hell out of the first Evil Within. It did really well. Then they decided to just not market the second one. and they just thought it was going to do good. That's not how gaming works. You know, that's not how business works or the industry.
Maybe
Make
they
a lot of
had
sense at
two
all.
big bills to pay.
Then remember, the next game that they made was Ghostwire Tokyo. And if you remember, Ghostwire Tokyo originally actually was supposed
Holy shit. Did he just get, like, did Jasper hit him with a fucking meth needle?
the next game that they made
And
was Ghostwire Tokyo. And if you remember, Ghostwire Tokyo originally actually was supposed to be Evil Within 3, but then got changed into a totally different project about halfway through, redesigned to be a first-person ghost hunting
Dude, what the fuck is he on just... Is he, like, just downing coffee beans like they're fucking candy?
game. Personally, I think visually it's nice, and the story is interesting. It just gets far too repetitive. Once you get about halfway into the game, it loses its steam because there's nothing else the game offers in the new gameplay department.
How much nervous energy does he have to have on the fucking daily?
But I mean, anytime, all right, that you hear of studios closing, you're sad, all right? But this is
Goddamn,
what,
sorry
the
about that.
6th or 7th time in the last 4 months that we have heard of this happening in the games industry. And is it just me, or are we seeing a pattern now? Since Microsoft has bought Activision Blizzard, they just keep doing layoffs after layoffs after layoffs after layoffs, okay? So by the way, a lot of people have a lot to say about this.
Yeah, are those people, like, I don't know, actual journalists or people who are affected by it, or people that are trustworthy, or people that are entertaining? Because if so, I want to learn about this from them and not you, and we'll find out soon enough as to why.
First of all, FYI, Redfall is completely done. After the game only being out for about 1 year, all production has been halted. Redfall's previous update is its last. They're ending all development on the game. Its servers will remain online for players to enjoy. However, there was a planned DLC that people already paid for in kind of a seasonal package, and Microsoft is claiming they're going to do a make-good offer to make up for the fact that the DLC will never exist.
Anytime somebody actually does air quotes, and they do it every single word, they don't understand what the fuck air quotes are for.
What that will be, I have no idea. But dude, at this point, I just got to say to people out there, let this be a cautionary tale.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Do not buy these season passes. Because at any moment now, it seems like these game companies can do whatever they want, slash budgets, fire and lay off people, and the next thing you know, you got latched into seasonal content that ain't even going to exist, right? Like, that's ridiculous. They didn't even let them finish the DLC as promised by the original sales of the game.
Dude, he is on some manic
really sad.
energy today.
So, people all over the internet are speaking up about this. First of all, the guy who's the overall head of Arcane, not the guy that's head of Arcane Austin, but I forget his name. I forgot. I had it. I cut it off. Oh, here it is. Dinga Bakaba. He's the actual head of Arcane Studios. All right.
Was that the actual pronunciation? Because something tells me he ate that the fuck up.
Right. Went on social media and actually posted up things that people never expected that the head of a studio would post. Here's what he posted word for word. This is absolutely terrible. Permission to be human. To any executive who may be reading this, a friendly reminder that video games are an entertainment and cultural industry, and your business as a corporation is to take care of your artists and entertainers and help them create value for you. Don't throw us into gold fever gambits. Don't use us as straw men for miscalculations and blind spots. Don't make our work environments Darwinist jungles. You say we make you proud when we make a good game. Well, make us proud when these times are tough. We know you can because we've seen it before. That is scathing.
Dude does not understand what the fuck scathing means.
He's outright saying that management essentially don't know what the fuck they're doing at Microsoft. They have absolutely no idea how to run the company.
No, they're blasting. He's blasting them for the decision. He's taking a moral high ground in terms of, hey, you know, you have this much in profit. You can afford to keep us on. You can afford to keep people on staff. Blah blah blah. But you know, yeah, I guess it's a rebuke that comes from a head, and that's kind of nifty. But I don't know, something about it coming out of Phil's mouth just fucking makes it seem so much worse.
Just listen to what he said, right? Don't.
King be cruel, goddammit. Drake or Kendrick, bro? I'm going to fucking boomer myself out here for a second. First of all, thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. I'm going to boomer myself out here. I don't even understand what the fuck that's even about. I'm not up on it. I've been busy as fuck these last few days. So I'm assuming there's a diss track out there or something. So, but if you want to tell me more about it, chat's open, my dude. Yeah, the industry being a Darwinist jungle. Yeah, I like that too. But
throw us into gold fever gambits, right? Hey, this game's gonna be a gold rush, everyone. Rush, 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 push, 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 get this game out, right? Don't use us as strawmen for miscalculation and blind spots, right? If you're the management of a major gaming company,
that money. I
and you
really
put your
do.
eggs
I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill.
okay, hold on. I gotta back this up here.
hey, this game's gonna be a gold rush. Just listen to what he said, right? Don't throw us into gold fever gambits, right?
Gold Fever Gambits, okay?
Hey, this game's gonna be a gold rush, everyone. Rush, 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 push, 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 get this game out.
I want to say that has a different connotation to it, but I can't put my finger on it right now.
Right? Don't use this as strawman for miscalculation.
Don't use this as a straw man for miscalculation.
Blind spots. Right.
And blind spots. Don't use this as a straw man for miscalculation and blind spots. Because you miscalculated and because you had blind spots, do not blame us and take it out on us because you failed to plan or you miscalculated. That's what the actual statement is. Let's see what Phil has to say.
Right. If you're the management of a major gaming company and you put your eggs in a basket and it doesn't sell, whose fault is that?
That's not what...
You're the one who told those fucking people to make that game, right?
That's... Oh my God. Oh my God. That is not what he's saying.
I hearken this back, all right, to EA and the Mass Effect developer BioWare making Anthem.
Okay, hold on. This one might make sense.
Literally, BioWare told EA, we don't want to make this game. We are not good at cooperative online experiences. We're good at single-player narrative-based games. Let us make what we can cook.
Okay, maybe?
Let us cook our specialty. To which EA said, no, make this game because it's hot now. They ended up putting out Anthem, and it's the biggest flop they've ever made.
No! Oh my God. The fucking nuance is just gone with Phil. That's not what happened. But, oh my God.
Put out a game in so many years, it's ridiculous, right? So what essentially Mr. Bakaba is saying is that management at these companies are making these big gambles on these ads and certain genres. Oh, this will print money for us. This will print money for us. This will print money for us. And
no, oh my God. That's not the critique. The critique is that it's poor planning and they're failing to adapt or they're failing to anticipate challenges as it comes down the line. My guess is from changing tech.
then when it doesn't, they blame the developers who were ordered to make the game.
No, they're covering their own asses by saying dev didn't do it. That's bad, true, but it's not for the reasons you're saying. And yes, Robbie Roberts, it was.
You're the one steering the ship. This would be the equivalent of a captain of a ship, literally with his hands on the fucking steering wheel.
I love this part, by the way, because this is literally his own business.
Driving it into a cliffside, and then blaming his crew.
Except it's you driving it into the cliffside, and you're blaming your tippers.
Why did you do that? Captain, you're the one, you have the fucking helm. What the fuck are you talking about, you idiot? You know? And then keep going. Don't make our work environments Darwinist jungles.
This ought to be good. This ought to be good. Does he even understand what Darwinism is? Fuck it, let's go.
So essentially, survival of the fittest. You know what that means. We all know what's going on.
Yeah, okay.
We know the climate. We know how it works. They are forced to be overworked. They are forced to work insane amounts of hours. They are forced to crunch, crunch, crunch. And essentially what he's saying is those who are able to do it seem to be getting rewarded, applauded, you know.
Yeah, that's meritocracy.
Promoted. And those who are just normal fucking people and want to have a normal job are being basically told, well, survival of the fittest, too bad.
Yeah.
Right? Right? It's pretty fucked up. So, and again, this is a big scathing statement. You say that we make you proud when we make a good game, we'll make us proud when times are tough. We know you can't because we've seen it before. So what he's saying is, why is it that when we make something good, you say good job, but then you don't actually try to figure out the root cause of what happened or even help us at all when a game goes poorly? Instead, you just lay us off, right?
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's kind of fucked up. I agree. Again, do you really think...
Raining Lemur, goddammit, that's so good I have to put it up. And I'm guessing that comes from the crotch region, thanks to several things, like in the lower right-hand corner, and the back region from blowing out his asshole with the shart. There, that's what I'm guessing. Let's move on.
Thing that the people who made Redfall sat there and they said, you know, today we decided we're gonna make a bad game because there's just too many good ones out there. I mean, we made the Thief series, or not Thief, we made the Dishonored series. You know, we made Prey; those are good games. You know, we made Deathloop. That's kind of debatable. Critics really liked it, other people didn't, but at least.
Pyroclastic. Didn't DSP do something similar when he was supposed to play Fightcade? So it's like being the captain of the ship and you fucking run it into a cliff, and then you're like, why didn't you tell me my IP address was going to be known by people? Dude, you never told us that you needed to know that everybody... I can't believe you waited a decade to tell me this. Look at how our ship has been crashed.
You know, it's at least overall positively received. You know, we decided now we're just going to make a turd. We're going to sit down, we're going to put all this time and effort into making a really horrible game, right? I'm sure that's what they did. I mean, that's what all these game developers do, right? They just decide actively to make trash.
Okay, wait a minute,
right?
wait. Okay. So when it's a game developer, right? When it's a game developer, we can give them the benefit of the doubt. We can give them the, oh yeah, you know, they wouldn't have intentionally made a bad game. They wouldn't have intentionally said, hey, Redfall is this terrible. You know, we're going to do this for funsies, ha ha ha, right? But YouTube, right? YouTube, their devs, their coders, they're doing things maliciously. They're just saying, oh yeah, this is just an easy fix, and they're not even testing anything. That's all malicious, right? That's all with intent. That's all, hey, we just want to fuck with people because we're high and mighty and we went to Ivy League schools. But when it comes to the devs who put out an absolute shit product, and Redfall was a shit product, well, we should give them the benefit of the doubt. We shouldn't assume malice. Like, what the actual fuck?
In fact, what's funny about that is, if you remember when Redfall came out last year, and everyone knew the game was an unfinished, horrible mess, okay? Let's be honest here. What is going on, Jasper? He's standing here staring at me. When the game came out...
Chew the fucking wires, Jasper.
Phil Spencer himself was interviewed, and he said, Phil, you know, you own Bethesda now. Microsoft owns Bethesda. Bethesda owns Arcane. So, how did this game come out like this? All
right, hold on, because I want to make sure I've got his title right. American Business Executive. Okay, he is CEO. I thought he was. Wanted to be triple checked, sure.
You can play for 5 minutes, you know the game's not done. It's not polished, it's not finished, it's full of bugs. What happened here? And Phil Spencer's response was, you know, maybe we should have had a little bit more of a hands-on approach with that one. So let me get this straight. You bought a company.
Oh my god.
You dictated they put out a certain amount of games, a certain style,
mm-hmm.
and then you literally never checked on any of the projects.
Do you have any idea what the fucking chain of command is, you absolute fucking moron?
You just let them do whatever they wanted with no guidance.
Phil, if Phil was in management, he'd be a micromanager. He would. He would not delegate, right? He would not trust his fucking command staff or his senior staff, right? He would be the guy who, when he saw a trash can was full, would demand the job of the custodian without talking to the custodian's fucking manager.
No help. He just said, just go ahead and make games, right? You know, really, like if you're interviewing Phil Spencer, the CEO of Xbox Gaming, and the CEO, the guy in charge, says...
No, yes, he's in charge. He is the chief executive officer. Do you not understand that the chief executive officer has different responsibilities than that of, say, product management?
Oh, maybe we should have actually checked in on that one a little bit more. Is this guy a fucking idiot?
And now we're just going to start into the fun shit.
Does he not understand that's literally his job? He's in charge.
Oh my god.
So when Redfall comes out and is a piece of steaming dog shit, it's not finished, it's broken, and everyone in the community is panicking because it's so bad, should it be Arcane that looks bad? No, it should be Phil fucking Spencer that looks bad.
This is the dumbest fucking take I've heard. Yeah, Phil Spencer looks bad because he, as CEO, did not have enough insight into what Arcane was doing. Whoever was feeding him information, he has a broken line of communication. He has a broken fucking comm line. Absolutely. He fucked up there. Somebody was telling, hey, yep, we're on track, we're on par, testing's good, everything's great. Phil Spencer, as CEO, is going, great, I trust these people. I pay them probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, especially the upper staff, to tell me what's going on. If they lied, if they deceived, if they did those things, that's on them. He needs to handle it from a managerial perspective. But to get down into the nitty fucking gritty and be like, Arcane, how dare you not make that? I want to play test this. Bruh. How would that even fucking feasibly be possible?
Because he's the one who's responsible. He's the one in charge. He's the one who's steering the ship. Why did he not?
Okay, but he's steering the ship, but he's not down in the fucking engine room asking about the lubrication of the fucking components. Do you... Take 3 seconds and think about your own fucking analogy. Oh, God. Fucking hell. We're already to the point that I heard it in King Jad's. We're already there. And it's not... It's no better. It's no better. At all.
Not know that the game was unfinished. What the fuck does he do all day?
he serves the interests and profitability of Xbox. That has a variety of fucking tasks, Phil. It has a lot of it might be PR. A lot of it might be board meetings. You know, board meetings, the shit that you do every fucking day when you're begging for money.
Really? What do you do? If you're the CEO of Xbox Gaming, you're not checking on the fucking games your company makes?
No, he's not. Why am I doing this to myself?
What do you do? I want to know. Anyway. Good lord. So that's what Dingo Bacaba said. He's the head of Arcane. He's very, very upset with this decision to basically lay off Arcane Austin. Okay? By the way, in a little bit of an extra aside here, Arcane Austin, before making Redfall and failing miserably, had actually worked on the first Dishonored and actually developed the 2017 version of Prey by itself. So Arcane made Prey. Prey was a good game. I'm just going to tell you guys, if you didn't play it, 2017's Prey is a very good game.
I haven't played Prey. Maybe I should.
It's got a
Goddamn hippies. Greg of the Lake.
really neat, interesting story. It's got fun gameplay elements. It's got a lot of horror elements that are done really, really well. Tons of content, spooky monsters, and a lot of different variations in the story depending on your choices and what secrets and things that you discover. It's a really great game. I'm pretty sad that this is now the end.
Dobby the Elf. Oh, fuck, you guys can't see it in the stream chat. Hold on. Let me
The studio,
let it go up. It may take a second because it's Phil's chat, so I can't see it because it's within my control window. So give it a second. When it pops up, I'm going to read it from one of his
Now, here we go.
his dudes.
I gotta say this, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I could make this up, but Xbox head of studios, Matt Booty,
Oh, God, this.
wrote an
Hey,
internal
not a
email to
Carl.
the staff saying the following. We are making these tough decisions to create capacity, to increase investment in other parts of our portfolio and focus on our priority games.
Yep, that tracks. Dobby the Elf, this is what I wanted to say. No, Phil, he had people that do that for him. That's what happens when you are a CEO, and when games don't perform, you fire people. It's...
What fucking games? Right now,
Oh my God, here we go.
realistically, can you say, anyone out there who follows the gaming industry, what are the big games that Microsoft is making right now?
Why do you think Microsoft has told the industry all the games they're making? Why do you think they have not reallocated assets to a fucking dev structure of a game that is being made that has not been released, that all it has is a fucking code name?
Can you name a single fucking game? It ain't Halo. That failed. Is it Gears of War? We haven't heard from that in years, and the last one was good, but it's certainly not what it used to be in the original trilogy, right? What are the big games? It ain't Starfield. Starfield is a huge failure and flop, and no one fucking likes it, right? Like, what are they talking about? What fucking games? Elder Scrolls, which we have no idea when it's coming out, and you have no idea of any time frame we have no information about? What the fuck is he talking about? We're laying off people to focus on our big games. You don't have any big games.
Which might be why they're reallocating assets to people who are making games so that way they can get, like, I don't know, working fucking demos, working alphas, working betas out to build hype, but they need more I'm just going to stop now. I'm not going to stop. We're going to keep going. But
You are the head of Xbox Studios, and you have no fucking games. You are an idiot.
This is where I fucking started losing my mind.
You are inept at what you do.
Oh, yeah, just cringe.
And you should be fucking fired for writing that email. Really. In fact, I'm going to say this, and you can quote me on this, and you can go ahead and clip this clip, all right?
Oh, good, because now we have his permission. Yay.
When these things are now happening, it's one thing if there's one round of layoffs. This is what? The third? Okay, since Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard, it's at this point becoming very clear that Microsoft was not ready to buy Activision Blizzard. Because if you're buying a giant company, you don't then lay off the equivalent number of employees from your existing company to make room for them. This is insanely bad management.
And my source for this is Trust Me, Bro.
All right? If you're going to make an incredible acquisition like that, you have to be ready for it. If you did that acquisition and you weren't ready for it, and now all these people are losing their jobs, there's only one solution. All right? The people who really should be losing their jobs are the people in management.
Okay, so let's get this clear right now. In the perfect world, everything is a fucking meritocracy, okay? If you work hard, if you have value, you will be promoted, you will be loved, you will be all this stuff based off the merit, right? of your work or what you do, you can move up or you will move down. That's, I guess you could say, perfect world. Depends on how you look at it, right? That's what I think Phil here is wanting. Oh, they worked hard and it didn't sell well. You should be fired. You mismanaged it. That's not reality at all. It's just not how it works. You can argue it should be different. It's not. But if you think it should be different, and I'm going to whine and complain until it is different, you're going to die whining and complaining.
Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, and all the other executives who championed the Activision Blizzard acquisition and now have absolutely no way to make profits with the company besides laying people off, they should be the next on the chopping block.
Not going to happen.
Immediately, they should lose their jobs. And they should have people who actually know what the fuck they're doing move in to right the ship. Because right now, you got Captain Phil Spencer and first in command Matt Booty, and they literally have one hand on each side of the fucking wheel, driving the ship into the cliffside, and fucking splinters of wood are shooting everywhere, and the boat's capsizing, and everyone's abandoning ship, and everyone's like, oh well, just keep them in charge, that's fine. In fact, give them another boat. Buy another boat to put them on.
Yep.
Right? What, are you fucking crazy? They don't know what they're doing. It's obvious at this point. The problem is, people like Phil Spencer,
oh, here we go,
okay, are sadly charismatic, right? Phil Spencer's a charismatic dude.
We're going to boil the accomplishments of somebody who makes probably over 9 figures a year into that he's charismatic. This is Phil Burnell, ladies and gentlemen.
You see him and he's wearing not a suit and tie, but he's wearing a cool jacket and a t-shirt. He looks like one of us. He's a gamer bro, right? So you get that mentality, he's your friend, he's your buddy who you game with, and you like the guy. It doesn't matter though. He's a horrible leader.
And I base this on, we had there's I'm going to boomer myself here. One of National Lampoon's first movies, or one of their most well-received movies, Animal House. There was a guy who was in command, and all he did was, demand perfection, and he demanded results, and it was Niedermeyer. And his closing bit, when they used to do this, when it would like zoom in on a person at the very end of the movie, and it would say, kind of what happened to them afterwards. His was, he was killed by his own troops. That's Phil Burnell. That's Phil Burnell. Phil Burnell, as a leader, he would be killed by his own troops.
So is Matt Booty writing this insane fucking email that literally has no factual basis. You have no big games to put your time and efforts into, you fucking moron. So these people should not be in charge. It's that simple. We need new blood to jump up. And we need new blood to take command of these companies. Because right now, the Yves Guillemot and that evil fucking CEO of EA with his stupid douchey comb-over hipster Seattle haircut.
Oh, I mentioned this in Jad's chat because I was losing my goddamn mind. Phil Burnell is going to comment on somebody's comb-over after his hairline looks like it lost a battle with a fucking weed whacker. Okay. That's fun. That's fun.
And the fucking Phil Spencers and Matt Booties, these guys, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're the reason the industry is failing. When Phil Spencer is interviewed, and they say, so why are you doing these rounds of layoffs? He says, because the game industry is currently in a decline.
Uh-huh.
Phil, you are the game industry. You're in charge of fucking Xbox. You're the reason for the decline.
What? The game industry is in a decline. The entire societal fabric of the U.S. changed with COVID. How people are valuing their priorities has changed here. I'd say within the last 5 or 10 years, but that's because I've just turned 40. The generation that was raised on the only form of escapism entertainment that they had was video games, and the video game platform stood on its own. It didn't have microtransactions. It didn't have all that, right? That group has now grown up, and now the group that's upcoming is the microtransaction kind of generation. And again, this is all just me spitballing here. I don't really have a point, so to speak, but let's kind of walk through it together. Could it be that the kids of today, we'll just say kids, teens, let's say into the mid-20s, 25 years old at the top there, are kind of getting sick of games that, require these microtransactions, or their failed promises, or because of whatever. Maybe Phil Spencer's doing it wrong by pushing games out too quick or whatever. But I make game, we know have game, therefore game bad. I mean, Phil Burnell, not Phil Spencer, Phil Burnell is taking something that has a million working parts and says, tool broken, tool bad. Tool may not be bad. We may need to change like 3 parts in this million part thing. No, tool bad. Tool bad, no work. Bruh, it's not that it doesn't work. We need to change some shit. Nah, tool bad. Tool bad.
So don't punish your employees. Fucking quit. Punish yourself, you fucking mouth drooler. You're awful
And we just go off the rails some more.
at what you do. You are ruining gaming because you're inept. Quit. Let someone else step up and fix Xbox. Because it ain't going to be you and it ain't going to be Corporal Booty. It's got to be somebody else. It's obvious.
And you know who he wants it to be, don't you? This is what was driving me fucking insane. All of this rant, all the stuff about how YouTube doesn't know what they're doing, Sony doesn't know what they're doing, Xbox doesn't know what they're doing, but you know who knows? Do you know who knows? DSP knows. If only somebody would hire DSP, then it would be all good. He would fix everything. DSP is the wisest man in the room. And totally not a cult leader, by the way.
Obvious at this point, you have no fucking clue what you're doing. Stop ruining things for everyone under you who's a hard worker who deserves a living. And you're taking that away from them because you're making big moves, buying companies, but you're not making any fucking games.
This motherfucker is talking about people deserving to have work for, get paid for what they have a job, have stability, have all that, and he's fucking taking disability checks from those with mental handicaps. Dude needs to be drowned in lemon water after having cuts on his face in Minecraft.
You're a games company that doesn't make games. I'm a little upset about this topic. I don't know if you guys can tell.
No, you're fake. You're fake angry. When you're angry, you say things like "test me, bitch," and "king be bitch," and you go off on people and ban them left and right. This is fake rage.
Well, one thing's for sure. After today, I don't think anyone's going to call me an Xbot or Xbox fanboy. I'm pretty upset, honestly.
Yes, he's so upset that he can passively tell you how upset he is.
And I just don't even know what's going to happen anymore. You know what I'm saying? I just don't even know. How can you even exist? They're literally doing nothing right at all. I don't think that they have done a single correct action in the last year.
And I base this upon tweets. I don't base it on insider knowledge. I don't base it on fucking interviews with ex-employees. I don't base it on independent research. I don't base it on diving into a story myself. I base it on Twitter feed. And yeah.
And it's continuing. Game Pass is amazing. Is Game Pass the problem? Is the insustainability of Game Pass what's really going on here? If that's the case, just fess up and fucking cancel Game Pass. Be like, sorry, we fucked up. We're sorry that you all like Game Pass. It's a great value for gamers, but we fucked up. We can't keep the company afloat anymore. We fucked it up bad, right? If that's the case, that's fine. Admit it, right? But I don't know, man. This drives me insane. I don't know why we have these people in power anymore.
I don't know why we have. I'm going to finish his sentences for him when he doesn't finish them. I don't know why we have these people in power anymore. I should be in power.
No. I think what it is, if you take a look, we had Don Matrick before Phil Spencer, and Don Matrick was not the gamer bro. Don Matrick was the quintessential silver spoon in the mouth douchebag rich guy, right? Oh, Xbox One. If you don't have an always online connection, we have a console for you, the Xbox 360. Oh, you want to own your games? Too bad. Everything's digital. Everything's tied in, and here's the future. And in reality, a lot of the things that Don Matrick was saying during the launch of the Xbox One wasn't incorrect. He was just a complete douchebag, scumbag asshole about it. And therefore, that's why people hated him, and that's why Xbox One tanked at launch.
It's like self-awareness is literally staring him in the face, and he's like, what is that?
It's his fault, because he's just a piece of shit. Which is why he was promptly ousted out of the company, and then he went and ruined Zynga, and now he basically, I guess, probably runs a gas station somewhere or something. Who knows, right? But in the case of Phil Spencer, this guy is kind of the antithesis of that. When you look at Phil Spencer, you don't think rich guy. You don't think douchebag, silver spoon in the mouth. But at the same time, is he doing any better, honestly? No. What has he really done? Tell me the positive stuff that Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, and these people are doing in charge of Xbox that's, really keeping the company afloat.
Why do they have to answer to you, Phil?
It's just failure after failure. How do you have an incredibly popular game in Halo Infinite and then botch it within 4 months and no one plays it anymore, right? It's like every time they have an opportunity for success, they blow it.
It's, again, like, self-awareness is in the room screaming at him, dude, this is you. This is you. You fuck everything up. You fuck up every decision. You beg. You fucking isolate your dents. You do. And he's like, yeah, Xbox sucks. I agree.
I just don't get it, right? So, I don't know, man. This is very upsetting to me. Listen, I like Xbox. I like the gaming industry. It's my job as well as my hobby.
You don't have a job.
And to hear the people who are talented losing their jobs because management doesn't know how to run the company, it makes me very upset.
Rainy Lemur, he's got the mushroom treatment touch. He anything he touches turns directly to shit and then keeps everything in the dark.
Really, especially Tango Gameworks, you know, they just made Hi-Fi Rush, which was a great game, and they were on the right track to writing their ship and making better games. You know, exactly. Don Finucci says Phil Spencer currently has no signal. He's on his mega yacht in Belize. He can't hear you. There you go. Well, yes, of course. Bader says, well, Hi-Fi Rush was not financially successful by Microsoft standards. Yes, because they didn't advertise it. Remember what they did? They didn't even announce it. They just shadow dropped the game. And the game developers actually voiced their discontent with that model after the game launched. They said, we're happy that people are liking it now, but this game was ready like last year, and we don't know why Xbox didn't announce it. Like, they had a perfect opportunity during that Xbox event last year in 2022 to get hyped for it and get people excited for it, and they literally just kept the fucking game a complete secret and shadow dropped it in early 2023 to no hoopla, no fanfare, just, oh, it's on Game Pass now, check it out. So why did you think it would sell?
But it doesn't need to sell. It doesn't need to sell because it was on Game Pass. So it doesn't need to sell. Archimedits, the stream is going... We hit the tips goal. We did. We hit the tips goal of $0 the second I turned the stream on. That's the upside of the stream right now. That and chat's been really fun, at least.
You see what I'm saying? Gee, Evil Within 2, we hope it's a giant seller. Oops, no marketing. Gee, I wonder why it didn't sell. But these are management decisions. These are not game developer decisions. These are management decisions. These are Phil Spencer and Matt Booty decisions. And they're fucking up at every turn. And that's the point I'm trying to make here. Stop punishing the people who work the hardest to put out content for your company.
All right, hold on real quick. I got to see something real quick. When did Phil Spencer become CEO? He became January 2022. MS stock price, January 2022. Pardon me, sorry. Okay. January 22 is what I said, right? Well, crap. I can't go back that far. Or at least it doesn't seem like I can. Maybe I can. Oh, yes, I can. I can go back. There we go. Let's go back 5 years. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, so 304.82. January 22, Microsoft stock was $304. It is currently $409. That is why he has his job. He has increased the fucking share price by $100 goddamn dollars.
Instead, punish the people who truly are making the awful decisions at the company day in and day out, over and fucking over at this point. Okay? At this point, and you know, by the way, not just them, you gotta look at the heads of the other companies too, the fucking Todd Howards, who they all were banking on Starfield being a giant success, and it is totally not. I mean, it's not a huge failure, but it's definitely not anywhere near the level they thought it was gonna get. It is not culturally relevant. It is not even in the major discussions of people when it comes to big RPGs. It's just a flop, you know? And these people need to be held accountable for their fucking actions, and they're not. We have enough people now who have lost their job.
That is exactly how it works. My company, which I'm not going to tell you the name of because we are publicly traded and I don't need you guys to know. There is a company there are companies that hire people. Their entire purpose of being hired by the board of directors is within 2 years, you need to triple our stock price or you will be fired. And whatever it takes to do that, they will fucking do it because they have to keep their investors.
You have thousands of people losing jobs because of
Azadi, I have not punched a bee at work.
If you are a shareholder of Xbox, Microsoft. What are you doing? Are you stupid? Do you not?
$100. $100. Okay? People who invest are investing millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, and the stock has gone up by 25%. That's outpacing inflation. Okay? You know what you're doing? You're saying, I don't care who the fuck just got laid off. If the price goes up to 27, 28, 29, 30%, I don't care who got physically hurt, because I'm getting I'm getting my investment back and interest, and I'm making money. I'm getting paid dividends. Phil is under the delusion, DSP Phil is under the delusion that as an investor, you have to care about the employees. Big spoiler, you don't have to care. Chances are you don't care.
I understand that these people are dumb and don't know what they're doing. Get them the fuck out. Shareholders have power. Get these motherfuckers out of there. They don't know how to do anything. If I had stock in fucking Xbox, I sure as hell would.
You don't have enough. You can't buy a share of Microsoft, you fucking peasant. Okay? So take your broke ass and shut the fuck up. Because no one needs to hear you talk about this.
Would be trying to get these fuck faces out of there. Jeez. All right. That's enough of me ranting about it today, guys. I knew this was going to go long because I'm so upset I can't even click the right screen. Look at this. Where am I?
Oh, Phil can't click the right screen. You fucking investors that tip him, you should talk with your wallets. He obviously doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about or what he's doing. Look at how inept he is. So fucking inept, he can't even transition to the correct screen. I guess you should, try and find another streamer, huh?
Hold on. Here I am. I'm so upset I can't even click the right transition. I hate this shit. I hate this industry when this happens. It makes me so upset. These people do not deserve to be jobless. They don't. These people...
This is the problem that I have with anybody who argues based on emotional stance, right? I will agree on an emotional stance with you left and right, But you have to go 5 steps forward from the emotional stance. As an example, crime is bad. Yes, it is. You know what's even worse? What's that? Theft. Theft is terrible. You're absolutely right. Theft is terrible. All right. So we need to increase the fucking budget for, I'm just going to make something up here, on-street cameras that have night vision, okay? So that way, if people break into cars, right, we can identify them. Why don't you just not keep valuables in your car? Well, they shouldn't have to do that, right? But you're going to increase the fucking taxpayers' fucking burden by this much, just so somebody doesn't have to take their fucking money out of their front car seat? Why don't they just take their money out of their front car seat? I can't believe you don't agree with me. I can't believe you're willing to allow crime to happen. That's not the argument.
People are hard workers. They're trying to make good stuff. It's the management that's bad. Punish those who are responsible, not the fucking,
The ones who are responsible have increased profit by 25%. There is no punishment for that. I don't care where you work. There is no punishment for that.
People on the ground level. This would be like saying McDonald's had a big gambit. They launched a brand new burger. Okay? But the burger was very expensive, the cost, but they were hoping really it was going to be amazing. Well, guess what? No one likes the burger. So they lost millions of dollars on it. So what did they do? They just fired 4,000 employees.
Except they lost millions of dollars on that burger, but the advertisement for that burger and the promo that the CEO did increased their fucking overall profits over the loss of the burger. So even though the burger was bad, and let's say the burger had a special ingredient on it, so they canceled all the orders of that special ingredient, thereby cutting off the company who was providing it, quote unquote layoff, so to speak. That's because it made good business sense, you absolute fucktard. Now, I'm not saying I agree with the Microsoft layoffs. I don't know enough about what actually happened to render a valid opinion. I don't. Okay? What I'm saying is that a critique from Phil Burnell, from DSP, means just as much as a pile of shit. No, you know what? I take that back, because you could burn the pile of shit for fuel.
The employees have the idea to make the burger? Did the employees fuck up the making of the burger at any point? No, no one liked the burger, the concept that it didn't work for McDonald's. Why would you fire people who work at the line level? What did they do wrong?
It's not about what they did wrong. It's about what you can. Why am I doing this? Why am I? I've often criticized Phil for screaming into the void. What am I doing? I'm screaming into the void.
How does that even solve the fucking problem?
It doesn't solve the problem. You're amending the problem and redirecting your fucking assets.
Oh, because we need to have the shareholders get their money. So fire the management who don't deserve it and take their $10 million salaries and give it to the shareholders.
That would destroy the fucking business. That would, God almighty.
Right? Like, what is going on? How does corporate America not understand that these corporate structures are broken and don't work? And it's not just America, it's all these corporations. This structure doesn't work. You're paying a guy millions of dollars to sink your company. And then you're afraid to fire him. Right? What do you, I mean, that's insanity. How do you think this is an operational thing that's going to sustain? It's not. It's just not going to sustain. And then...
It's actually sustaining quite well. It increased by 25% in 2 years.
When Xbox folds, they'll blame the...
When Xbox folds, the shares are $409. Dude, I wish I had some fucking stock in Microsoft. But I'm not going to buy 2 and 3 shares here. Okay? I could, but I don't see them going up 30, 40, 50% in the next 2 years. Maybe I'll be wrong. I don't know.
Industry instead of the people in charge, right? Phil Spencer will say, "Oh, we're just in a slump." You're the slump.
Oh, we're not.
You're the one who made the slump.
God almighty.
Okay. Well, I ranted and raved enough. It's time for us to get to shout-outs. All right? Let's get into it. Our first contribution of the day was from Jordan. All right? And he did a super chat. And he says, "Well, I have a genuine question. If you commission an artist and their artwork went downhill below your standards, wouldn't you find a different artist?" Jordan, that's not the situation.
Yeah, you'll notice he doesn't say yes or no here.
If I hire an artist, okay, and I'm trusting on their skill level or whatever to make a good piece of art, okay, right? And if they don't perform, I understand what you're saying. That's not what happens in these cases. These are game studios. They're full-time employees. They're not headhunters or hiring a fucking contractor to come do one piece of the game. The piece of the game malfunctions, and then the whole game sucks. That's not the case. The case is entire projects are designed, spearheaded, championed, and put into production by management. The games themselves are management's ideas. You understand? Also, how those games are fully developed, how much money goes in, the budgets, the time, the amount of employees, the marketing. Again, there's perfectly good games like Evil Within 2 that were great games that were just mismarketed.
Yeah, they're not full-time employees. Most game devs are, in fact, contractors. Many of them freelance, if I'm not mistaken.
If I Rush had zero marketing, how is it ever going to sell when you never advertised it and you shadow dropped it, right? This is not the situation you're describing. The situation you're describing is so different because you're basically saying you hire an artist, the artist did a bad job, fire the artist. These people didn't necessarily... Hyper Rush is an outstanding game and they just fired the whole studio. You know? Redfall is a bad game. But literally Phil Spencer admitted publicly they never looked into it, they just let them do whatever they wanted.
That's not what they said at all. But way to take... We should have had more eyes on that game as I never looked into it and I didn't care and they were able to do whatever they wanted whenever they fucking wanted.
You're the manager. You own the company, you manage the company. If the company is doing something awful, you have to manage them and tell them that. Not just let them do whatever the fuck they want. It's obvious then they're inept, but then is that the line level person who should be punished for that? No. There's too much of this. In the way that corporate structure works, is that it's set up that these people who already are in positions of power and rich fail and get rewarded for it. Because in the reality, do you really think Phil Spencer this year is going to take a giant pay cut because he had to lay off so many employees? Do you think Matt Booty is going to have to take a pay cut because all these studios are closing? I mean, Matt Booty, he couldn't even actually get the name of the studio right. I think it was called Doghead Games, and he called it Doghead Studios in his email. He didn't even know the name of the company that they owned that they were shutting down. So there you go. Let's see here.
This is so fucking stupid.
I received a $4.20 tip. Oh, it's a troll.
And if you are a troll and you give him actual direct money, please stop doing that. If you're going to do anything, make it Argentinian. Meth Bear, which I don't know if I've seen you in my chat before. Welcome. To be fair, Microsoft recent successes connected to its AI and cloud divisions. Gaming isn't as big, but can become stronger and round out financial stability. Okay. I mean, yeah. But so wait a minute, hold on. I gotta check something here real quick. Back. There we go. Phil Spencer. Yep. Of Microsoft Gaming. Okay, so he is the CEO of Microsoft Gaming. Okay, so if Phil Spencer, as the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, if he reports in to fucking head honcho CEO, who I don't know who that is off the top of my head, and year over year he's down 20%, I guarantee you Phil Spencer's not going to have a job. That's just not going to happen. Hi-Fi Rush reportedly didn't make Xbox enough money. Yep, I'm not surprised, Banana Jones. But we can't...
It's a fucking troll. I can just ignore him. Okay. So the one tip I got today is a troll. That's great. All right, so guys.
Oh my god. And again, then we just have the entitled fucking asshole. Oh, the one tip I got today. You fucking piece of shit. Like...
I'm done ranting now about this story. I'm very
Oh, good. He's done.
upset about it, obviously. But I'm done ranting. Obviously, a little guy like me, I don't have any control over anything. All I can do is voice my opinion. I hope you enjoy my opinions, even if you don't
No, we don't. No one enjoys your opinions because you are dumber than fucking squirrel shit.
agree with them. Hope you at least enjoy them. And I felt better getting that off my chest because I feel awful with people losing their jobs like this. It makes me really upset. And hopefully there will be a light at the end of this tunnel. It'd be great if Xbox could actually make some good games like Matt Booty is apparently alluding to. That's what they're going to do. We're going to refocus our efforts on our big games. You don't have any big games.
Fucking piece of shit.
You have to make big games. You have to make good games to become big. You can't just have big games. That doesn't exist, right? Halo is done. Gears of War is nothing like it used to be. Can you name another Xbox exclusive? I can name Bethesda exclusives that are not,
Oh, he has another rant during the daily rep. Oh, great. I missed that.
not really ready to be
Oh, you mean he will later on today? Okay.
released or made. So I don't even know what they're talking about at this time, right? I just don't. I don't get it. Thank you, Tizwaz. 1-1.
Oh, goddamn, yeah, I just, Archimedes, you're not wrong. Actually, this is a really good shot. There's a lot of deep shadow on the, our left, his right armpit, showing some nice, robust man cannage. That's some titty.
1-1-2. We're becoming a member for 28 months. I appreciate that very much.
Bounce, bounce, bounce,
Okay.
bounce,
So
bounce,
guys,
bounce, 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 bounce.
That's all I got for now. I shouted out Jordan and Tizwaz, so if anyone else contributes, thank you. I will give you a shout out. We do have a little bit of extra time if anyone wants to talk about stuff. And like I said, I really hope you guys will stick around and hang out with me for Fallout 4. I hope this isn't a pattern of Fallout not doing well. Just because
I hope it's a pattern.
of the one stream. I hope that Fallout does well today. What's up, Game Boy? How are you today? Welcome. Mr. AG says, look at Starfield, even an exclusive failed, so what do we even have to look forward to on Xbox anymore, right? And this is the first console generation where I can outright tell you it does not matter which console you own. The best games are cross-platform. The exclusives are just not a big deal. They're just not. They're literally not a big deal.
You know, I've got to tell you, Xbox, and I know it's supposed to be coming out to them depending, but I got to say, there are a ton of Xbox fans that would kind of kill for Helldivers.
These exclusives have just been lackluster games or meh games, right? There's been nothing truly exclusive. that you need to own one particular console
ColecoVision.
for. You know, PlayStation 5 does a few things well. Xbox does a few things well, but neither
Exactly, Dark Mage. Rooster Teeth shuts down. Yay! People get laid off from Microsoft. Phil Spencer's an asshole. I should run his company.
shine above the other in this regard. So there's literally no console war anymore at all. I mean, there's no reason to even fight about it. And that's sad. It used to be 100%. Oh, you need the PlayStation for this great franchise. You need the Xbox because they got the hot new game here. There's no hot new games anymore. They don't exist.
Yeah, Stellar Blade's been kind of baller, not gonna lie. Gotta love the dead air.
We already talked about the Switch, Alan. You must be late.
Oh, God.
Okay, so what you guys want to talk about? We have a little bit of extra time. I don't like ending the podcast with no Q&A. I like having the Q&A segment to see whatever your topics are you want to talk about. Because as you know, once we get into the game, I like to focus on the game. So do you guys have any particular topics or things you'd like to discuss? That is true. Soup Fork says there's a showcase coming in June. Maybe they'll have good stuff there. I mean, in June, that's, I feel, when we're going to get so much information. You're going to have the Xbox showcase, the Summer Game Fest, and now, yes, the rumor now is that Sony's doing one, and we already know Nintendo's doing one. So basically, because they're doing no more E3, it's done. That first 2 weeks of June is when they're releasing all of the information, right, of all games for the rest of the year. Because right now, I went through the game schedule. There's literally nothing big this year. So I get the feeling we're going to get the big drops and the big dates will all be coming out in June. It's going to be a crazy couple of weeks in early June, probably. So hopefully, yes.
Yeah, because they're Microsoft Detractor, yeah. Black Rose Dragon. I've had stock in Microsoft for the past 4 years now, and it's almost doubled, so I guess that's why the shareholders don't bother. It's my highest earning stock, steadily growing. Well, Black Rose X Dragon is going to be a detractor and is probably going to get banned.
No, I do not use an iPad. I haven't used an iPad in a greater part of a decade. I owned an iPad. I think I bought it in 2011 or 2012. I actively used the iPad for maybe 2 to 3 years. Like, I think the first 1 to 2 years I lived here, I was using an iPad. And then I just, it kind of got outdated. And the new phones were better, the iPad I had. And then my iPad broke. Like, I stopped using it for a while. And then I tried to charge it and plug it in one day. And it just wouldn't even turn on anymore. And I was like, oh, it might be that there's no updates or the battery died. I have no idea. I don't know. So I just gave up on the fucking thing.
What the fuck are we even talking about now?
Black Rose X Dragon is saying they own stock in Microsoft. And in the past 4 years,
Holy shit, he's actually going to talk about it.
the value is almost double. Well, that's Microsoft. That's different. Microsoft and Xbox are different. You have to understand it.
Stand by. We're going to go ahead and sanity check that statement. Xbox stock. Nope. That's Microsoft. Yes, they might be separate entities, but they are under the parent company of fucking Microsoft. If one does bad, there are consequences. Okay? I can't wait. I cannot wait. I did not hear this. I cut off about 5 minutes prior to this, I think. Because I was like, fuck it, I can't do it, and I had to go do my run. So let's hear this. Let's hear it. God damn, this is going to be so fucking cringe.
Microsoft is the entire company. This is a ginormous company. They own a bajillion products. Not only software, but there's AI involved. Now there's all that shit. If you own Microsoft stock, overall, Xbox is a drop in the bucket of what Microsoft is.
Stand by. Xbox budget. Oh, no. Yearly budget. Yeah. Xbox spends over $1 billion a year on Xbox Game Pass. Okay, so drop in the bucket. This is whatever. What the fuck ever. If I could fucking have my system work, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay, so just because we're talking about, gaming's on the downswing, that doesn't necessarily mean that Microsoft stock is going to tank because of it. You know what I'm saying?
No. Does anybody know what the fuck he's saying? Gaming is on the downswing. I understand it's only a part of the company. What the fuck is he talking about? Yes, my keyboard is thonky. I love my keyboard. It's a Keychron. And they're just, nobody is talking about it.
We're going to do main or side quests in Fallout 4. We're doing the quest to the northeast of the map, in that region, and there's a ton there. I don't think those are main story quests. We've done a lot of main story quests, right? We did we started the
Mr. Burnell.
The Brotherhood is now unlocked if we want to continue that. We did the Piper quest. We did the Nick Valentine rescue quest. We even started doing the initial stuff to go to Good Neighbor. And I was like, we can not do all these story quests. Let's go do this stuff in the northeast. And that's what we're going to focus on today. The Indie Marathon is May 25th. No, I did not see a comment on the America Rising 2 Legacy of Enclave mod. I don't know what you're talking about. And I have no desire to do mods now in Fallout 4 when we're just kind of focusing on the main game, and already we're having issues, so let's not worry about mods now.
Yeah, don't want to worry about mods. That might actually be entertaining.
Is it possible to do Chilling with Phil once a month, says the villain? I already said that's kind of what we've been doing. Last month was the exception. There were 2, because I think one night we were going to do co-op and it didn't happen. Another night something else happened.
You were going to do Fightcade.
So there were 2 nights where we did that because of extenuating circumstances, if I remember correctly. But
yes, you were a whiny bitch, and you didn't do Fightcade.
Usually we do it about once a month, and it seems to be working. So yeah, I'd be okay with that. And yeah, again, tomorrow night is up in the air. We could just do a Chill with Phil stream tomorrow night, or we could do Helldivers, or we could do something else, you know?
Oh, Jose just subscribed. Thank you so much, my dude.
All right. Doesn't seem like people have much to talk about.
Well, I mean, you did kind of suck the fun out of the room, so yeah.
Billy J says, what would you like from Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, ideally for the remainder of the year? Any surprise games? You know, I'd have to think about it.
He begged, Meth Bear. He begged.
You know, I really off the top of my head, I can't start throwing out crazy stuff and IPs. I'd like to see what they have to offer during June, and I'll comment on it then, but I don't really, at this point, this year has literally not had a single high priority or profile game. The games that we thought would take off did
Stellar Blade's been fucking awesome.
not, or were lackluster, or both, right? So, we've got a situation where we have a year where nothing in my mind is a Game of the Year contender at this point.
Stellar Blade's pretty good, and Helldivers too.
Seriously, like, not a single game that I played, or even heard about, is something that I'd be like, wow, amazing, Game of the Year. It's just like kind of, nah, you know? Black Rose X Dragon, thank you for super chat. Says, looking forward to a Zengi climb to master tonight. I appreciate that. I'll do my best. It's going to be a frustrating climb.
Oh, now that's unfortunate. Black Rose X Dragon was the one who was saying, look, I have stock. You need to shut the fuck up. And then they give him $5.
For sure.
It sucks when you see somebody actually make a valid point, then they give Phil money.
But I appreciate the kind words and the support.
Dapper Dragon, I don't know if it was worth the 70, but well, is it 70 or 60 if you get the? I got the basic because I don't care about the suits, and that's all that it was. I was like, oh, and you're going to get this extra, from when we launched the game, the Game Pass or whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm going to play it through once, and if I like it, maybe I'll play it through 6 months later. But
yes, last year did have quite a few.
It's been all right. I don't know if it's worth
This time
70,
last year,
but
we
it's
had
been all
good
right.
More games that you could think of as maybe game of the year. Oh man. Crap. Woo. The weather here's so weird. It was sunny, then it was cloudy, now it's sunny again, all within like an hour of me doing the podcast.
Phil is not real. Phil is an alien or a robot. It's weird. It was sunny, then it was cloudy, then it's sunny. So the wind blew the clouds out of the way? Is what?
All right, well, guys, I think we'll get ready to adjourn. I'll just say this: thank you for watching. Appreciate that. I really hope that many of you will stick around, hang out, and support the Fallout 4 stream.
Support.
Right?
There
last time
it is.
Around, actually, I was shocked because up to now the Fallout 4 has been doing really good, and the fact that last time, it really did not was surprising because again, same game.
This is the third time he's brought this up.
Same person playing. What happened to change? I don't know. Also, let's be honest. We're about to jump into it, and we have no tips.
He has a $4.20 tip, but it's from a troll, and therefore it doesn't count. Even though it's going to count, it doesn't count. But it's going to count. He's going to get that $4.20, but it doesn't count. So he has no tips. I fucking hate Phil.
Already it's kind of like, I don't know what's going on. I hope that it'll stick. If it doesn't after today, if it doesn't do well, then I guess we're going to have to figure out, does it end up becoming a night stream? Do we cancel it? I mean, I don't want to cancel it.
Wage quit.
I don't know what's going on. It seems like it really was a bandwagon mentality for Fallout for a couple of weeks there. Now maybe people, I don't know. But let's give it a shot, an honest shot, and see what happens today. Okay?
This fucking
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thanks for chilling. Sorry about the bad news. Seriously. Like, this gaming news is a bummer to me. And it baffles me that nothing seems to be being done about righting the ship. But instead, we just keep making bad decision after bad decision.
Oh, that fucking face.
Okay? So, hopefully, you guys will stick around for further updates on it as well, and hopefully we will get some good news out of the games industry at some point soon. At this point, I'm just tired of the
God damn it,
nonstop
I
bad
hate
news
this
trains
one.
that we're hearing. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. Tomorrow will be interesting. I'll be able to tell you about the results of how everything.
Okay, that's about enough of that. Snort, please tell me you got something else in here. Tractors are bragging. Oh yeah, the chargebacks. Gotta love the chargebacks. Already did the car registration. There was that one. Let's does Phil look more regarded with or without the goatee? Yes. I mean, equal. Yeah, let's Oh.
Well, let me tell you.
Wow, that's enormous. Giggity. Now I need to fucking make adjustments. So I was hoping it wouldn't need to do that, but oh well. Fuck it, we'll make it work. So yeah, that was the thing that I definitely had to bring up because holy shit, how is Phil even real? I honestly don't know, and it drives me absolutely crazy sometimes thinking about it. But thank you all for being here with me and seeing through that my sanity does not, completely slip away. The Oblivion Gate. If Phil were to pass tonight and make a post about it, I would not care. If Phil were to pass tonight, I would care, but that's because I'd be doing the fucking happy dance. But yeah, then I'd have to find another reason to talk with y'all. So, that would kind of suck. I mean, I don't know if I can talk about anything else with like much authority on the subject matter. I can't really talk about Phil with authority on the subject matter. I just like to because I can recognize the fucking psychological problems he has. But maybe that speaks more about me than anything else. I don't know. Your sanity needs to have already slipped a bit to follow this stuff. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Hogan.
Snort, snort.
All right. Now,
No, we got a 1.5, you baby.
the other thing that I want to give you all an update on is in regards to chargebacks on this channel. All right. I mentioned this last week because it hit me pretty hard last week. right in the middle of last week, I received over $200 of PayPal chargebacks for tips from back in April. Okay? This sucks. Because when chargebacks happen, you half the time cannot really do anything about it. It depends on so many different factors. The nature of the chargeback, the size of the charge, how the actual tip was given, like what if I can't find...
It depends on the size and if the tip was given. I'm just going to let you guys' minds run away with that one. I mean, the joke is so obvious, I don't need to say it.
Financial institution was involved, the nature of the chargeback, because there are different ways things can be charged back. So I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of it because you guys don't need to know that at all. And quite frankly, the less publicly known, the better, because you don't want idiot trolls out there to try to figure out ways to do it, right? But basically, it hit the channel hard last week.
Guybrush,
You guys
3
rallied, and I
Blood.
had a
What a name, I love it.
Streaming last week, and overall, I can tell you, it hasn't been that bad. Hopefully, it won't impact the channel that badly at all. But now,
I thought it
just
does.
so you guys know,
Wait, I thought it
I've
does.
gotten wind from somebody else who has been kind of
I thought it doesn't. I thought this shit doesn't affect his channels ever. Whatever.
monitoring the situation. That, of course, my
Exactly, G Burke. What the fuck happens to I always win chargebacks? Raining Lemur. Exactly. I always win chargebacks. Thanks for the money, stupid fuck. I don't win them all.
detractors are so stupid, they can't just do something without publicly talking about it.
It's self-awareness has entered the chat.
Because that would be
I mean, he's being ignored, but self-awareness has entered the chat.
like smart. You understand? They always have to brag about what they're doing to hurt me, even if it's an outright crime. Now, don't worry, they'll never get prosecuted for it because they're anonymous on the internet, which is the only reason why they do this shit. They're pussies, okay?
Man with arms less than half the size of his neck calls other people pussies.
But, yeah, they brag about it and talk about it all the time. They're just so dumb,
I mean, you can't stop them.
all right?
Seem to be pretty clever then.
In this case, the reason I'm bringing it up is because they are actually planning more chargebacks, and they are actively trying to hurt this channel by making it look like it's doing better than it is. So, allow me to explain. Okay?
Why? You just did in that sentence.
Okay? You may have noticed this last week already. We're 3 days into the streaming week, correct? You may have noticed that in the last few days, I've hit a bunch of tip skulls. All right? Now, I'm not saying that that's abnormal or anything. Sometimes I hit tip skulls around here, but I'll be honest.
Sometimes. Not a Carl, I just wanted to bring that one up. That's just so fucking good. But then, I'm not bragging. I'm just, sometimes I hit tip skulls around here. Can you make me hate you more is not supposed to be a challenge, Phil. It's not.
Honest, yes, yesterday, as I'm doing my React streaming day, which is the thing that I'm going to update you all on because it went pretty well, I'm wondering how it's going to go. And then all of a sudden, I start getting tips during the streams, some of which are people I recognize, some of which are people who are kind of newcomers in the last few weeks, but they've been a good part of the streams. And then I start getting tips that are completely anonymous. No name attached, no message attached, nothing. And a tip comes in like that, and you don't know what to do. I mean, I'm not going to discredit it. I'm going to shout it out and say thank you.
Doesn't he get the email address at all times because it's PayPal?
But you never know if those are legit or not. Sometimes they're completely legit. It's just a viewer who wants to contribute but doesn't want to shout out because they're afraid of harassment on the internet or getting doxxed, and they're like, I'm just going to do it anonymously. Perfectly fine, and I totally understand that, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought, and the name too.
Because that helps things a lot, and it keeps you safe. But at the same time, you have to be skeptical, right? When you're getting those kind of contributions, and you're like, I don't know if this is going to be real or not. You count it, you shout it out, you say thanks, but you never know what's going to happen with the chargeback. So basically what's happening is this. If you haven't noticed the last few days, there's been a few days when I'm hitting either the $50 or $100 tip skulls. And even to some extent, the other day I remember I had the vest on and everything was like crazy over the top levels of support, right? So what's happening is these morons are now publicly saying they did this on purpose. They're coming to various streams and dropping a $20 tip here, a $30 tip here. Someone even said they did a $50 tip. And it's all anonymous, and they're planning on charging it back later. Now you might say, well, I don't get it. Why would they even bother doing that? All it does is it makes it look like you're doing better and you get perks and everyone's happy. Well, here's what they're doing. They do it on purpose because when it looks like I'm doing good on a stream, other people who are legit supporters might say, oh, okay, Phil's doing all right today. So I don't need to really...
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
contribute today. They'll come back later in the week and see if it's a slower stream, and I'll help them out there. In fact, no exaggeration, a fan actually wrote me an email and said that's exactly what happened this week. There was a stream where they were coming by and they actually liked the stream and they wanted to support, but they saw that I'd already hit all the tip skulls.
Hey, guys, if you ever wanted to super chat the stream, just please do so based off the merit of the stream alone, and not whether or not I have been super chat any amount whatsoever. Like, if you find value today, you found value today. If you find value some other time, you find value some other time. If you never find value that you want to separate cold hard cash from your pocket, Do not give me money. I fucking hate Phil. I fucking hate Phil.
They said, all right, I'll hold off, I'll come back later in the week. And then come to find out, these Detractor idiots are bragging publicly, oh yeah, I tipped on that stream, and I'm going to just charge them back later in the week.
Dapper Dragon, thank you for the one. Thank you.
So he would have gotten more, but we screw him over now. You see? So that's what they're doing.
I appreciate it.
Like I'm doing better than I am. So that way.
Oh shit, Dark Mage.
Hit me on the back end.
That's my bad. I must have been. I have a Hydra flask. I must have been drinking it too close to the mic. That's on me. I'm sorry. I'll try to be mindful of that. I'm sure that doesn't sound exactly delicious, so I apologize if y'all are hearing that and it sounds nasty. Sorry.
All right. Why am I telling you this? Because I just want you to be aware that it's happening. I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for any change in behavior from you whatsoever. I just want you to know that this is going on actively and that
bullshit.
People are fooled, and then they hit me on the back end. All right.
Hold on.
Why am I tip? They said, all right, I'll hold off. I'll come back later in the week. And then come to find out, these Detractor idiots are bragging publicly, oh yeah, I tipped on that stream, and I'm going to just charge them back later in the week.
Yep.
He would have gotten more, but we screw him over now.
Yeah.
See? So that's what they're doing. They're basically trying to make it look like I'm doing better than I am.
Right.
So that way, people are fooled, and then they hit me on the back end. All right.
They hit you on the back end. What the fuck does that even mean?
Right? Why am I telling you this? Because I just want you to be aware that it's happening. I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for any change in behavior from you whatsoever. I just want you to know that.
Asking for
I need
any
that
change.
money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill.
Thank you again, Dapper Dragon. And yes, I did set you up, but again, thank you. He was saying something. I've got to get the context of what he was saying again. Because I
want you to be aware that it's happening. I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for any change in behavior.
There it is. Okay, I'm not asking for any change in behavior. What behavior would you have been asking to change? Like, what are they? Why bring it up then? What's the point? Oh, okay. I'm making you aware that if you see that I have $150, those might be chargebacks. And did that increase the value of your stream? Did that decrease the value of your stream? What did that do to your content? Besides make you put on some fucking gunner glasses if you decide to put on the gunner glasses, make you put on a vest if it's not too hot out, and make you put on a hat. Oh, unless you're playing Street Fighter 6 and you need to, fucking concentrate. What does what money you make have to deal with if somebody else gives you money? Like,
However, I just want you to know that this is going on actively, and that when you see things going on YouTube, it's not always as it appears. A lot of these people say, oh, I track every single dollar that comes in from a content creator, and so I know that they make this and this and this. It's totally untrue. There's always a behind-the-scenes world of chargebacks, fees, all kinds of stuff going on. Half the time, anyone who's tipping me less than, say, $5, I'm getting significantly less than what you're even seeing. Remember that PayPal...
Why does that matter, Phil? If you're tipping me anything less than $5, I'm getting less than what you're seeing. You have people... I get it's not an hour worth of minimum wage work, right? Minimum wage is still, what, $7.25, seven something. Most places are like up to $15 an hour, depending on where you're at, right? So a third of an hour of work, it's 20 minutes. People are giving you 20 minutes of their time if they're making minimum, minimum wage. If you say $5, or $15 an hour, right? They're giving you 20 minutes. Somebody gives you $15, they're giving you an hour of their time. And your position is, well, I don't get all of that. Fuck you. Get so fucking fucked. Like, up the ass with a cactus, no lube.
get chargebacks all the time. I really do. I just don't talk about them publicly. But the reason I brought it up last week is because it's very abnormal to be getting that much of a hit of a chargeback all at once. And yeah, that definitely hurts the channel when it happens. Why does... First of all, somebody educate me on PayPal. There is a time limit for chargebacks, is there not? Be it 30 days, be it 60 days, right? That's got to be what it is. There has to be a time where you can be like, no. It's been too long. You should have charged back well before. Okay. If you know that, if you are a fucking internet troll, okay, why are you not delaying your pull of that money by that time frame? You could call it recognizing revenue if you want. Oh, yeah, here's the promised amount of money. Oh, okay, great. I'm going to leave it in that account
until such time as it fully clears. Then once it fully clears, fine, move it wherever you need to. But see, this is on me. This is on me. I'm using logic again, and I can't do that.
Okay, so FYI,
Dark Mage and Raining Lemur, I see your messages, and I love you for them, and I'm hoping you have horrified several people within the chat.
don't make judgments just based on what you see up front, because it may not be true, you know? Just saying, you know, and listen, to the person who wrote me that email, I really appreciate that message, because now I know what's going on, and absolutely now I kind of understand the nature of what's happening and why they're probably doing it. Well, hopefully...
Yeah, because you make it easy, because you don't protect yourself by preparing for worst-case scenarios. You just assume it's going to all work out.
Talking about it like this and spreading awareness,
Christ.
at least we'll have some people, you know what's going on. And hey, if you come by and you like the content, please support it. And, you know, if you want to hold off on supporting, you can do that too. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just be aware that what you see isn't always what you get, right?
I'm not going to tell... You fucking piece of shit. Sorry. Oh my god, I fucking hate this man. I cannot... I legit cannot stand this asshole.
You know, we may be having a great time on a stream, celebrating with perks and having a good time. And we'd be looking silly in a vest and a hat and going, you know, having a great stream. And the next thing you know, later in the week, it all got taken away from me.
Y'all, if I, this has happened, actually. I'll have gone through a stream, and it was one of the better streams. I say better, I mean financially. Yes, I have fun with all of my streams. Finances are nothing to do with why I do this. But in terms of actual finances, it was like a $70 stream. So, Michael A. Before E, thank you so much for the $2.79 in Canadian. I appreciate that. Your thing will sound off here in a second. And right after that happened, one of our pups needed a refill of medication, right? And it turned out to be one of the more expensive refills. It was $80, right? That doesn't change the stream. That doesn't change how
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill.
Thank you so much again, Michael A. Before he... It doesn't change the stream, though. It doesn't change how I felt. It doesn't change that I appreciated it. It doesn't change that my gratitude just for you guys that felt that it was fun and you thought, here, have this. That they're two separate things, Phil. They're two separate things.
And that sucks. I'm not saying that's happened yet. It hasn't, but it very well could. And again, if these idiots weren't so dumb to publicly talk about and announce what they're doing, I wouldn't even know. But they're so dumb, they literally do.
Okay, hold on. We're so dumb. Oh, he's fine. Puppy's fine. Puppy's good. He's good. Phil has to make it for his spending from... Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he absolutely does. And he would have a point right now. Right now, he would have a point if he said, I figured it out. I figured it out. They're going to do the chargebacks, and they have a time window in which to do it. So I don't feel this pain. What I'm going to do is I'm not pulling the money out until, you know, that time period expires. Now I know how much I have in my PayPal account at all times. And once it clears, I've got a ledger, or I've got a fucking list that says, hey, this is how much I actually have in the account. That's how much I can transfer over to my bank. There's no way they can get me into a negative or whatever with PayPal now. Ha ha ha. That would be the fucking gangster move, man. That would be the flex of flexes. Of course, that means he would have to develop personally, like, you know, improve himself. Which, thankfully, we all know that Phil ain't doing that.
Posted on Kiwi Farms. They talk about it on Discords and in video comments and shit like that. I mean, they're moronic. They just can't get enough of bragging about committing crimes. Because when you commit a fraudulent chargeback, it is a crime.
Motherfucker just does not understand, like, priorities and fucking caseload. Can you imagine Phil, like, finding out somebody charged him back $200. Him fucking get all the ledgers in order, fucking getting all the fucking accounts in order. He finds out who the guy is. Him walking into the local police department, which he's in fucking, Seattle, Washington. We're going to say this guy is in fucking Middle Tennessee. And since it happened in Middle Tennessee, they tell him, hey, that is where it happened at. That's where you have to...
5 real push-ups on my floor. I actually did do them, but there's no way you could see it because I can't aim the camera to look over there.
Not a Carl. Thank you for becoming a gym newbie. I really do appreciate it. But him having to go to fucking Middle Tennessee, have somebody walk into a police department and be like, I'm here because somebody charged me back through PayPal. As some fucking homicide detective walks by, with some absolute psychotic ass murderer, and it's like, who the fuck is this guy, and why the fuck am I here? Wait, why is this motherfucker wasting my time? Why is anybody talking to him? It's $200, go home. Oh, and of course I hit mute.
It doesn't mean you didn't commit a crime, it just means you got away with it.
And Phil, you got away with tax fraud, so...
Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to talk about that and get it out of the way, and now we did. Okay, so speaking of
Go. I got the drip. Go. I got the drip. Go. I got the drip. Go.
I hate to say it, but that fucking track hits harder at 1.5. It just does. Yeah, the psychotic murderer would be like, what the fuck? Oh, the double tip scam. I forgot about this.
all right.
So I may end up having to close it off after this one. Started at 6. Well, maybe I can go till about 9. But if not, I may have to close it on down. So before I do this bit, this is a joke. It's a joke. So if you guys wanted to support, you got 40 minutes left to it. I'm getting kind of worried because this playthrough of Phil, I thought you guys liked this. And it just sounds, even when I do, even as a joke, it fucking just sounds so fucking scummy.
Now, on the tip side of things, let's start shouting out tips, shall we? Excuse me. See here. This I completely disagree with. Someone tipped $1 says, I feel like streams have been slow engagement and support. That's not true. The streams have not been slow engagement and support. There's been a couple one-offs. Helldivers 2 was one stream last week. And there was one stream of Fallout 4 this week. That's not all the streams are low on engagement and support. So the first statement in your dollar tip is incorrect. Okay, it's a gross overstatement. You're playing nothing but decade-old games and free Game Pass games that no one cares about. Let's examine the games that I'm playing. Okay, Another Crab's Treasure, a brand new Souls-like.
That's a brand new Souls-like. I mean, I guess it's not stylistically, but gameplay-wise, okay.
Elden Ring Second Run, which I just finished. A game from 2 years ago, which needed to be replayed in order to play the DLC next month. Street Fighter 6, a fighting game that's not even a year old yet. So already...
Oh, the fucking smug smile.
The first 3 games I just talked about, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Oh, by the way, Helldivers 2, which just came out 3 months ago, you're wrong. The literal only game that I'm playing that's old is Fallout 4, and that's 9 years old, not a decade old. So actually, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. So your first statement of your tip was wrong, your second statement of your tip was wrong. So I could...
Would... Like, just 5 minutes. Is that too much to ask? 5 minutes, a small room, and lock the door?
5 real push-ups on my floor. I actually did do them, but there's no way you could see it because I can't aim the camera to look over there. But
Randy Lemore, thank you very much for becoming a gym newbie. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This motherfucker just went, actually. Yeah, he did. That's him.
Should I even continue? What do you guys think? Should I continue to read, or are we good?
Yeah, you should continue to read because the motherfucker gave you $1. Okay? That's what you do. Okay? Somebody gives you money. Okay? You are, at this moment, Phil, if you're watching this, at this moment, I'm in the monkey suit. Okay? Now, I'm putting on my monkey show. Not that type of monkey show. Calm down. And when somebody puts $1 in the hat, or puts $2 in the hat, or puts any amount of fucking money in the hat, you read the fucking message. Those are the rules.
We move on to the next tip. I mean, you paid $1 and made 2 gross misconceptions in your statement, so the rest of your statement is going to be wrong too. Should we keep going? Okay. There's been so many new releases that would reinvigorate your channel, but you seem to be against getting anything new because games cost $70.
Okay, he doesn't like this. He's rapid reading. He fucking hates... When he gets into turbo reads, he's like, this is actually topical. I need to get through this as fast as humanly possible so that way nobody talks with me about it.
What new games have come out in
Let's
the last
back
season
that
would
up.
reinvigorate? So the rest of your statement is going to be wrong too. You know, should we keep going? Okay. There's been so many new releases that would reinvigorate your channel, but you seem to be against getting anything new because games cost $70. What new games have come out in
Stellar Blade.
the last month to 2 months that I'm not playing exactly? Besides Stellar Blade, which
Why the fucking, why?
isn't going to reinvigorate the channel. It's not even the type of game that I like that much, right?
It's not the type of game that you like that much. I thought he liked action, like, games. Didn't he play fucking Armored Core? Yeah, exactly, Raining Lemur. You read the message, you laugh at it if you want, and move on. Dude, I'm former law enforcement, right? Chris Dorner, the guy who was like Chris Dorner supporter. Chris Dorner was a guy who slayed a bunch of cops. There's a complete fucking like debate about it, whether or not he was right. I've read both sides. I've read the fact that he was fucking ousted from, I think it was LAPD, but it was by very bad circumstances, blah, blah, blah. Nonetheless, even if I was a staunch, like, Chris Dorner is the biggest piece of shit on the planet, I read the man's message. He was willing to part with money for me. I'm just going to shut up now and let him continue to fucking... By the way, what the fuck is this face pause game on point? Am I... It looks like one half of his face is that the mustache that's making it look like he's frowning on one side? This looks really weird. Huh. And by the way, Chris Dorner supporter, I wasn't saying I disagree with you if you're still on the fucking stream or anything or whatever. Fuck, at some point, if you ever had a chance, maybe you could tell me more about the guy, because I've only got the snippets from one of the articles I read back in the day. But anyway.
Here's what I love about messages like this. 2 completely incorrect statements, and then a statement that they don't back up with any facts. They just make 3 generalized statements that are horseshit. But now I'm supposed to be like, oh, wow, you really got me. You really showed me.
No. It's not that they got you. They have a perception of you. They're telling you about it.
With all those facts, right? Actually, views are up, engagement's up, support is up. Everything has been up since I stopped playing insanely long RPGs.
But to them, it looks like it's slower.
Everything is up. And I have no complaints whatsoever in that regard. The problem is the annoying
Yeah, something's regarded here.
chargebacks. But that's not something that fans and viewers can help. Or me. That's just people breaking the law, right?
Oh my god.
Anyway, hello. Hi, Jasper. So thanks for the $1 tip. It's just a shame that your message is so misguided and completely wrong. I wish it wasn't, but I guess that's just life, right? All right. What a great start. Our next tip.
Our next tip?
Come on. There we go. My headphone cord was over my keyboard. I kept hitting the wrong key. I received a $5 tip from an anonymous tipper. Let me go ahead and play the first animation of the day.
God, just...
Thank you so much. And let's see what they have to say. Jasper's starting to play with the wires again. Here we go again. I really enjoyed the Battlefront stream on Friday. Actually, it was on Saturday for May the 4th. Consider the support for that, and Jasper's little bow is very cute. Yes, that is a collar we got him about 2 months ago, and we always try to get like a little cute thing on his collar, and it's nice. I agree. I like the bow on his collar too. Oh, it's dapper. It's a dapper bow for Jasper Kitty.
Yeah. Raining Lemur, astute observation. A moldy potato with like the sprouts coming out of it, where the sprouts are his arms.
Okay, I received another $5 tip here. Wait, it's identical. Now, I wonder if this were 2 tips, or I have no idea if this is 2 tips, or if I got a double message for some reason. Oh, shit. You know who you are, anonymous tipper. You might want to check, because it looks like the same tip came through twice for some reason, and I don't know why. I'll count it once. If you can verify it came through twice by accident and you want me to refund the second one, I will. It's up to you, but it's literally exactly the same message.
It's up to you? Like, isn't there a way you can deny the transaction?
And everything. So I don't know if it actually... It might just be a duplicate message, because they came in at exactly the same time as well, which is kind of weird. So... Okay, I received a $10 tip. Let's see. Just listen to this. From someone named Handsome Tuna Roll. You know, Phil, outside of this whole gaming stuff, you seem like a pretty cool dude. If I run into you at Costco, can I buy you a case of beer that we can drink in the parking lot?
I remember this. I remember this. This goes so fucking bad.
No, that's incredibly weird, inappropriate, and creepy.
Okay. It could have been as simple as, I'd prefer not to, but I appreciate the sentiment. You see, let's back it up, shall we? Let's go with my version. I'd prefer not to, but I appreciate the sentiment. I might be busy. or, you know, I just don't know you. Maybe in time. Something like that, right? And then we have Phil.
Cool dude, if I run into you at Costco, can I buy you a case of beer that we can drink in the parking lot? No, that's incredibly weird, inappropriate, and creepy.
What the fuck?
If ever you saw me in real life and you're like, oh, that's Darkside Phil, and you walk up and say, hey, are you Darkside Phil? I'll say, yes. And if you say, oh, cool to meet you. Can I shake your hand, maybe take a picture or something? I'll say, yes. And then that's it, and then I'll go on my merry way and have my day out, because remember, my one day out a week that I get is very busy. Usually I'm running around doing a million chores, errands.
No, you're not.
And I want to spend time with my wife, but I gotta get those done. So to be hung up, you know, somewhere, you know, please respect my time, you know.
Please respect your time. You're a public figure. You are on your fucking supporters' dime.
I only get one day a week off from streaming. I like to try to spend as much time with my family as I can. It's okay to approach me and say hello or whatever, but please don't try to take up tons of my time. No, I don't want you to buy me things. No, I don't want to drink beer with you. No, I don't want to have a smoke with you. No, I don't want to have a dinner with you. No, I don't want to hear your life story. I don't want to meet your extended family. I don't want to sit in your backseat of your car while you sing show tunes in the front seat. I just want to be on my merry way, okay?
That's what I remember. That's, yeah, a limited purpose public figure. You're right. But this is what I remember. Was I don't want to do this. I don't want to hear your life story. I don't want to talk with you. I don't want this. I don't want that. I'll be honest. I had Dark Sea Devil and oh Jesus Christ. He's in the fucking chat. Black Steel Raven. God, I almost forgot. Black Steel Raven drew, well, I think Black Steel drew mine from my avatar. But Dark Sea Devil drew my avatar from my actual picture. So I gave it to him. So if you are in the Midwest and you see a dude that looks like Broside Phil, but in real life, if you walk up and it happens to be me and you're like, dude, are you Broside Phil? I'll probably tell you, yeah, that's me. And whatever. I'll talk with you for 20 minutes. I'll talk with you for an hour. I'll talk with you as long as I possibly can. If I do have something to do, yeah, well, Black Steel Raven, well, you say Costco. Actually, in my area, the nearest Costco is 140 miles away, so I'd have to be in that town. But absolutely, I'd absolutely have a beer with any of y'all. But yeah, if you came like, oh fuck, man, I'm so and so from your chat, or I've watched your shit. If you've never happened to be in my chat, yeah, I'll do legs with you if there's a gym. I travel, so if I can let y'all know, hey, I'm going to be in this town, you know, and you got somebody were to hit me up privately and be like, look, you know, I'm not a homicidal a psycho killer, but just out of curiosity, do you drink a lot of water and put lotion on your skin? You know, chances are I'll still have dinner with you. Just don't bring the lotion, and you know, don't put me in the bottom and with the bucket. But fuck, man. How are you gonna? And he's okay with showing his face, right? So he's just out there. I think it would be so cool to meet somebody that you've impacted, so to speak, or that you get value, or you laugh, or you find me fucking interesting because of what I put out there, and you're like, fuck, man, I just want to, you know, kick back a brew with you, have a whiskey, have a do whatever. Let's go, man. Let's go. But, yes, Hypnotoad. He hates his fans. He hates his fans. Black Steel Raven is definitely one of the goats. Him and Dark Sea Devil for the drawings, man. Like, they're fucking skilled as fuck. It's unreal. April 26th was crazy weather there in Nebraska. Hey, man, we had crazy weather nearby just last night. Not in Nebraska, but nearby. I don't know, man. His disdain for his fans never ceases to amaze me. Whatever.
Okay, thank you, and I hope that you respect that. Okay, I received a $10 tip there. Let's at least play the animation for it. All right. Anso Kamaru, I don't care. I received a $1 tip.
Ansu Kamaro says, FYI, I'm not telling you to play it, but Stellar Blade is not like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry. It's a faster Soulsborne-like game. Ansu Kamaro, I don't care. Like, god damn.
Wow, this person's a complete idiot, and I'm just going to ignore them. Seriously, I don't take the bait anymore. I don't. This is someone who wants to argue with me about chargebacks and shit. You know they're a troll, so you just say, fuck you, and you just move on. Don't waste time. Don't waste breath. Done.
What would the charge be for an accidental discharge of a taser into Phil's back? Civilian or law enforcement model? If it's law enforcement, one, where did you get it? If it's civilian model, that's going to be aggravated battery in my jurisdiction. Civilian, that's going to be aggravated battery, at least in where I'm from, which is a great bodily harm. So, yeah. Yeah, Rainy Lemur, I had heard about that too, that somebody approached him and he was like, ignore them. Walk away. If you are in my local jurisdiction for some reason, you manage to find me, say, hey, howdy ho, and my immediate thought is to grab the small of my back, but don't feel bad. That's just an instinct. And if you're just like, no, hey, I'm just this guy, okay, cool, then my guard will go down. But yeah, if I'm traveling, you don't have to worry about that.
See, I am learning. I'm learning and I'm improving. I'm not taking the bait. I'm not wasting my time.
Okay, but at some point you have to take the bait. Like, whatever it is that they're wanting to talk about, you need to address it.
Astro, I already answered this question last night. He says, Kendrick or Drake? Lil Bow Wow. Undisputably. I can't believe you guys are stuck in this weird comparison of apples to oranges when you can...
okay, so this is the Kendrick or Drake shit, right? What the fuck is this about? Is it fucking diss tracks, or is it just stylistically, who do you like better?
Giant, juicy pomegranates. All right? Roman Victor, thank you for becoming a member for 5 months. Looking forward to DSP politics or merch. Not happening anytime soon, either one of those. Sarah, real men.
Yeah, so Meth Bear, there's two types of carry in the Midwest. There is constitutional carry, but there are some jurisdictions that do open carry as constitutional carry. And then there are some jurisdictions, this may ID where I'm at, but that's okay, I guess, that do constitutional carry, also known as true carry. And what that is, if you don't know, is if you read the Second Amendment, show me anywhere in the Second Amendment that says I cannot put a piece of cloth over the gun I am carrying. And, yeah. Basically, it means you can carry concealed anywhere that does not have a sign that says you can't carry concealed here because it's either city property or private property. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. A lot of folks have asked me in the past, like, oh my gosh, do you guys have a lot of strong-armed robberies? The answer is no. You want to know why we don't have a lot of strong-armed robberies? Because motherfuckers die when they try and strong-arm rob somebody. You know why we don't have carjackings? Because there's a dead person at the attempted carjacking. It's amazing how that works.
Membership for 15 months. It's been a month without playing a JRPG, but I still love you. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I hope it's not romantic love. Like, if it's like platonic affection for a content creator across the internet that you happen to like their content, that's one thing.
I love you all romantically. You can't stop me. Let's make it creepy.
It's actually like romantic love. That's very disturbing, and I warn you against that. It's a bad thing to have a level of obsession, because I don't have that for you. But anyway, thank you for the...
I have it for all of you.
No, an L take for a little Bow Wow? No, that's a juicy pomegranate take, my friend. I do not... forget it. Maximum Turbo says, how stressful is it to work 6 days a week and stream all day? I feel like if I didn't have more than 4 days off a month, I'd go crazy. I mean, I'm lucky that that's my job. If I had another job and I was working 6 days a week like I do, and I didn't like the job, I probably would go nuts. You're right. But I like my job. That's the good thing. I'm lucky to like the job that I have. This is the best job I've ever had. I love hanging out with you guys. I love interacting.
Oh, Heather P. You know, there's a level of facetiousness to when I say, hey, I love everybody, but you, well, you're mayonnaise special.
I love playing games. I love chilling on a podcast. I love reacting to clips. I love watching back my classic playthroughs.
God damn it, I can't just leave it there. I'm fucking with you. I can't leave it that creepy. I'm sorry.
Shooting the shit. It's fun. I really enjoy it. So I hope you guys get that out of it as well. And that's why I'm able to do it 6 days a week.
I got the drip going.
Oh my. Oh, good. I'm glad you know I am. I could hear the pain. I was like, God damn it. I don't know if I should let that one go. Oh, shit. Jesus, don't threaten me with a good time. Just take me out to dinner first. Hey, I will wine you, dine you, and I will cancel the rest of that message. No. Oh, hell. Guys, this has been an absolute fuck ton of just fun for me. It's been a blast. by the way, I decided to bring this up at the end here, and I'm going to do like a Q&A here. If you guys wanted to chat about anything, I will pull a little bit of a fill, but I intentionally did not bring it up till here. I've gone ahead and decided that for these, on my Saturday streams, I'll leave them on, but when it comes to the Tuesday T-Fueled recaps, I am not going to run ads on this one. So if you guys are not, or did I not run ads this time? I can't fucking remember if I did or not. Hold on. I promised myself I wasn't going to. I did not. Thank God I did promise that. But yeah, I decided, fuck it. You guys come through here. You say, hey, howdy ho. It'll be a good time. But yeah, I just thought, why not? It's too much fun. It's a nice way for me to decompress, especially after Tuesdays are really rough for me. I don't know why. I'll answer troll questions. I'll answer all questions. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. I operate a musket like it's 1862, stole it from a pirate for a couple doubloons. Confirmed for having lived in Utah at some point. Polygamy side bro showing his true intentions. Can't just have one. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, no, I'll answer troll questions. Hell, you could say, hey, I'm an avid DSP supporter and I fucking hate you. I have a question for you. And I'll be like, cool, what's up? But yeah, I figured before, and I'll hard stop it probably around 9 my time, which is in about 22 minutes. But yeah, anyway, is there any way to get his state to look into why his bankruptcy was granted? Do I still stay in touch with King Be Cruel? So we'll go with G. Burke first because he asked first. You would have to petition an attorney, probably like the Attorney General and that may be the wrong fucking person anyway, and there would have to be a public reason for it. Do I stay in touch with him? Yeah, we message back and forth on Twitter, or on X or whatever the fuck it's called. As a matter of fact, this weekend, not King Be Cruel, but I may have another former rehabilitated dent on the show, just because he reached out to me and was like, hey, I see that you're interviewing rehabilitated dents. Well, let me tell you my story. So, it depends. I'm hoping that all plays out. And because it is, the story, if I'm not mistaken, is a little bit older, so it might be like half interview, half react. But, I'm happy to become the guy that if you break pignosis, you want to come to me and just want to chill on my shit and let me grill you down for a minute. I think you guys could figure out pretty quick that, yeah, I'm going to let you fire off some fucking shots, but I'm also going to protect the guest as best I can. Who do I have winning between the Thunder and the Mavericks? I have very little interest in the NBA. NCAA, however, I am an avid supporter of NCAA football and basketball. Arkham edits, I'm not going to say at this time. I'll probably release it either Thursday or Friday. But yeah, I think 1 Minute Man is gone for good. Christ, that's, like I said, earlier in the stream I said I think he might actually be donating under pseudonyms at this point. Can you get a clue? Clues will come out the day before or like day of, up to the point that I release. That's how I did it with King Be Cruel. That's how I'll probably do it with this particular individual. Born in bounce back. Vegas, hell yeah. Is Santa Claus really real or was created by the government? Santa Claus is a psyop, actually. It's designed to indoctrinate children to the spy cams of all local governments. Blues 30 seconds ban. Gotcha. Release. Yes, release. Must have release. He's doing chargebacks now. Wait, he's doing chargebacks now? Like on his fucking stream? Is he on right now? I don't even know if he's on right now. No, he wouldn't. He's not on. Yeah, he is. Well, fuck it. Doesn't matter. I think, you think he's using socks too, G. Burke? And again, I don't know how the fuck to pronounce this, so I just call you G. Burke. So, I hope that... What does meaningful mean to me? What does meaningful mean to me? With purpose? actually has impact is I think a good way to think of it. Has an impact in I'm going to use the positive in a positive manner. Would I fight Phil for I'd fight Phil for free. I have some pent up aggression when it comes to him. Bankruptcy is exclusive federal jurisdiction. It's very rare for the Department of Justice to go after bankruptcy. Oh yeah, for such a small case, that makes sense. That tracks. I'd pay to fight Phil, says Dapper Dragon. It's all good. Most get it wrong. I'm used to it. Is there a pronunciation you prefer? If so, like, if you can just, like, phonetically, like, work it out for me, that'd be great. Would you be stuck and survive on a desert island with Phil, or try to take my chances in the ocean? I would drown Phil and use him as a raft in Minecraft. GB? Okay. Reigningly magnificent fight implies a chance to lose. God damn. Oh, I actually feel kind of special with that one. Thank you, Reigning Lemur. That's very nice of you. You could have an aneurysm at any time, and you could possibly collapse on him. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Oh, Jesus Christ. How the fuck does Phil bring this many people together? I mean, yeah, we got up to, I think, like 110 people on a stream. You know, Atlas will have 300 to 700, Meerkat sometimes 1,000, you know, and just even the 100 that I get, or the last stream I had like 40 or 50, just 50 people coming together to hate on one dude is just fucking mind-blowing to me. Do I think 1 Minute Man is gone for... I think 1 Minute Man is gone for good. As Phil was celebrating, Rooster Teeth shutting down and people lost their job, and 1 Minute Man girlfriends work for Rooster Teeth. Would I date Kat after the divorce if she looked like Skinny Cat? I have a very serious girlfriend. I can't answer questions like... Yeah, of course I'll answer that question. If I was not with my significant other and she looked like she did in the base video where her hair is going flying, I would talk to her. Absolutely. After she shows me paperwork that she's clean. Because she was married to Phil. DSP could beat Tyson. That is true. He could. And such a diverse group of people, no less. Hope One Man stays gone out of respect for his wife. Yep. Michael A. before E. That's fine, man. Let me tell you how much it impacts me that you're not, quote unquote, on time for my stream that I arbitrarily picked 6 o'clock to run. You know, it's just yeah, you're... What are the odds Cat is a dugout? Okay, I'm gonna have to go to fucking Urban Dictionary on this one. I think. I haven't heard this term before, but this is gonna boomer me again. Personality involves funnier, more personable, self-aware, and otherwise just better people. Easy to see why many would congregate to laugh at a flagrant moron. Well, I mean, you said it, not me. But you're right. I have not heard dugout before. Like, I'm wondering if it's male to female transition. Because dugout. Oh, nope, I was wrong. Dugout is in somebody who has been ran through too many times. Ooh. So what are the odds she's had a train run on her? Oh. I don't know. Subaru Man implies a higher percentile chance. I'm going to say she's probably had... I'm going to say there's a chance... 75% or greater chance that she has been with more than 2 or more guys in less than a 24-hour period. What are the odds the pig roach watched? Slim to none. I'm one of the little dudes, man. He would probably pop by Iviga, Atlas. That being said, fucking, somebody like that. It would be funny to learn that he did, but I doubt it. I doubt it. A Vienna sausage down a hallway. I don't think badly of Kat. I think she just likes to do very little. That's exactly it. She's got her meal ticket. She does. She has a floppy hole. God almighty. You guys are going to get me banned. According to Leanna, bro cannot or doesn't. Whoa! I'm afraid I'm going to need a lore dump, Dapper Dragon. This is confirmed. This is alleged. This is you heard from a guy who heard from a guy. No, I know you didn't mean me. No, you'd have to talk to my girlfriend to learn that I can't get it up. I mean, I can get it up. What did I say? There's also some smaller chubby chasers stuck in her float, slowly decomposing. What the fuck, man? According to Leanna, she was the one constantly pestering Phil for the time, and he abject refused. Now that I knew. I knew that she was like horned the F up, and he was just like, no, not now. And with a $15 super chat. Oh my god. I'm guessing that Phil's addicted to porn. That's my bet. He used the ottoman he put in the hallway for a rest stop as the... Oh my. Banana Jones. Goodness gracious. AKA chargebacks. Leanna was hotter. She was. There's no bones about it. That is a verifiable fact. Yeah, chat does kind of be savage. I bet Kat tries hiding tips in her folds. Very robust tips. Oh my god. Now I have this mental image of like Valentine's Day, and there's like rose petals leading to the bed, and then there's Kat, and she just has WWE cards printed off and like all over her folds. And it's like, come get a pull. And then the mayonnaise sound starts. Kat probably screams, "Thank you for your generous tip," when she fakes an orgasm. Oh my, money leading to the bed. Leanna doesn't look like an Asian style panda style wife anymore. Kat's older. Panda's far younger, I think. With Kino giving Phil the W right now. Gotta knock him back down. Kino giving Phil the W? Phil has filled her feeding trough. No! I'm so glad I'm not in the WWE. Oh, hell no. I'm eating over here. Are you by any chance having a sandwich with mayonnaise? Darwining. What's up? Cat's mid-30s? Yes, I believe so. Oh my gosh. Madara Uchiha 666 just subscribed. Thank you very much. I'm eating beans and some chicken. All right. Man mayo. And mayo sounds, Heather. Don't forget. The mayonnaise sounds. Gets in her mid-330s, actually. Mad world. I'm shocked that Phil didn't bring up how long he's been a YouTuber in that video. He lets us know all the time. He's been in the business for 16 years, Decorated Deer Skull. Come now. That's what she said. Such a... that Mad World. Yes, that was a good shitty game. Did he? I don't know. I'm completely outside the Snortex on that one. I'm still catching up. Like, my rage comes from very recent stuff with him. By comparison to like what stuff like what Densey Scrolls knows, what Atlas knows, ALT, Meerkat, Steve of the Dead, all those boys. Sam, of course, fantastic Mr. Sam. Yes, I always forget too. And yeah, 16 years every 10 minutes. So, Christ, what is it? I started in law enforcement February of 2008. So, yeah, 10 years is, yeah. So, I've been doing the job I've been doing for 8 years. I did law enforcement for 8 years, so there's that 16 years. I, however, own a house and 2 vehicles and can pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill, and it's all Tevin's fault. It's all Tevin's fault. Does cat or panda have more jiggle physics? Depends on how you ask the question, right? Because I consider, like, if you have the mid-roll section, I consider that blorp, not jiggle. But if the, which is why I always talk about DSP jiggling, because it's his man boobs that jiggle. So I'm gonna say Panda has probably perkier jiggle physics, but overall Cat has probably more jiggle physics. I want a lawyer. My guns were lost in a boating accident. Get a warrant, Chloe. That's right. Meth Bear, I unfortunately lost my guns. I love this one. This one's great. Let's see if you can follow. I'm sure you can. It was in a boating accident. Can you tell us where? Yes, it was in a body of water somewhere between Florida and Washington. I can't remember the lake, stream, ocean, sea, river. It's a body of water. One of the two. No. Her center cavity is measured in fathoms. They're floppier, for real. Floppier, fur. Sorry, fur. 4 little... Is that a suppressor? Are those level 4 plates? Have a good day, sir. That's what I thought. Panda has more natty jiggles. Cat has to be vibrated really hard to jiggle more. But the jiggles last longer because they have to go further distances. Oh, I know what a fathom is. 20,000 as well as leagues. But yes. I think Cat is around 34, so she's still young enough she can make a little beg. Oh, God. Oh, my. That's an interesting thought. I don't know nothing, didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing, and it was like that when I got there. For the people needing context, yes. God, she's 34, he's 42. That's... Jesus, 8-year difference. I mean, me and my old lady, we have a 5-year difference. And I thought that was kind of extreme. Phil wouldn't change a diaper until he hit the first steps. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's really good. These streams have always been fun. I look forward to these every time. Oh, Dorian, man. No, not even a thing. I enjoy them too. That's why I do them. There have been multiple detractors around the Renton, Seattle area, so somebody needs to take one for the team. God. We don't need little DSPs running around. I'm 40 and my girl is 24. But, yeah, but you're Meth Bear. So, is she 24? Man, I don't know. That's too harsh. I was going to make some jokes about meth addiction and stuff like that because your name is Meth Bear. But I thought that might have been in poor taste. Phil won't change a diaper when he's messed it himself. My name was 13 years older. My Nana, sorry, I thought you said name, was 13 years older than my papa. They met and got married back when it was super taboo for the woman to be the older out of a couple. Oh, so she was a cradle robber. I live in travel hell, so I miss a lot of Hey, man, sometimes I'm part of travel hell. Right now, my travel schedule's been nice and light. I'm supposed to have at least 6 trips in the upcoming 3 weeks, so who knows? Might be fucking chaos. Michael, she's so robust, you wouldn't be able to tell if she was with Piglet until her water broke, and even then it might be a thought of couldn't make it to the bathroom in time. Jesus Christ. I played Destiny 2, but I never actually got into the raids. I know that's going to sound weird, but I could always, like, get my gear up and stuff like that. But I'll be honest, like, if I don't play a ton with PC-styled friends. I'm a bit of a loner. Not terrible. I have a couple of choice friends. I keep my circle pretty small. But closest that I ever got to, like, really, like, into guilds and stuff like that was World of Warcraft. Destiny 2 just was a lot more difficult for me to, like, be, hi guys, can you teach me shit and stuff like that. I just kind of hung out and did my own thing. If TSP had a child, Phil would probably not get his kids blood test because they're too expensive. Immunizations? Why do they need immunizations? They're healthy now. Your child has polio. God damn it. I got 12. I'm so confused. Chat is on some shit tonight. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I see him being anti-vaxxer. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I could see that, too. Detractors gave me my kids polio. I need donations. Oh, sorry, but as guilty as I look, I will have to plead the fifth. Sorry, Mr. Purnell. That does not work for me, dude. There's nobody focusing on the game right now. What do you mean vaccines? They never go outside. They can't get measles. Oh, God, I hope I didn't cough directly into the mic. Just kind of came out. My bad. Pro-vax, terrified of getting sick. So, I got my vaccination when I had to, which was for international travel. My sister, who is staunch on the left, I consider myself more of a moderate. She thought I was the fucking Antichrist for not getting vaxxed immediately. And of course she would be like, "Oh, so are you anti-vax?" I said, "I'm not anti-vax. I cover my face when I have to. I had it like week 1, and all that, and I was like, travel, but I cover myself. I do all that jazz. Haven't had a problem yet. As soon as I got the vaccination, obviously had a mild reaction to it. Had to get the booster. Got the booster. Didn't care. Whatever. Do with it what you will. But yeah. Inside Phil's house. I refuse to vaccinate, got all strains COVID. At this point, I'm trying to get the next one. So, what was the fucking horse dewormer? That people would make fun of everybody for being like, oh, you got this horse dewormer. You fucking think ivermectin. That's it. So back when that fucking kicked off, I thought that was absolutely insane. I was like, ivermectin is a horse fucking dewormer? That's insane. Girlfriend tells me, she's like, actually, I talked to my doc. And I was like, oh, Lord, here we go. Please tell me you talked to somebody who knows something. There's like, no, they said there's this case study. Sure enough, you go out there, you look up ivermectin case study flu treatment. It is not in doses of the fucking horse dewormer, but there's I think it was published in 2005. It's a white paper about it treating flu-like symptoms or flu symptoms, blah, blah, blah. Whether or not it actually works, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but people who would just be like, oh, look at you, you're stupid. You think a horse dewormer works. It's like, dude, I didn't author the white paper. I didn't take any ivermectin, but yes, people were buying it from Tractor Supply shops, and that's fucking stupid. Like, beyond stupid. AstraZeneca has now been taken. Oh, there we are.
Cool.
Oh, Good. I had a disconnect reconnect. Are you guys still there?
No, I will not upload my podcast to Spotify. However, if you get YouTube Music app, you can actually subscribe to the podcast directly, the Level 1 podcast, and it will deliver it to you daily as if you were on any other music app. So that's what I recommend you do. And there's no effort to do that. And in fact, if you have YouTube Premium, the app and all music on it is completely free. So part of the YouTube Premium package, I strongly recommend you do that.
My cat just decided to jump on my desk.
Basically, we stayed in
The
the
little
northeastern
asshole.
portion of the map almost the entire stream. We did so many quests. Geez, first we helped out the ghouls.
Oh shit!
That have their own camp.
Okay.
There. That's like a motel.
So
we helped out those ghouls there. To fight off.
Yes, I am dropping the volume ever so slightly here because I am. I'm gonna have to send you on over to Filbert. I'm gonna send you to Raw Phil because I got to get off. Giggity.
As we were on our way northeast to
But
Salem,
I gotta
we ran
remember how
into
to
the
fucking do
Dunwich
that, so it'll
burial,
take me a second.
Or Dunwich mining area. Went in there and found all the
There
ghouls
we
down
go.
there and the supernatural stuff going on, and got the possessed haunted dagger, which is actually super good for my build. It's the best.
Oh,
melee
it's
weapon
super
I found
good
so far
for
in
his
the game.
build.
So I started using it, and immediately I was kicking ass. I was like, wow, this is like really, really good. And then we went to Salem.
There we
and
go.
did all the questing there, and the Mirelurks and the Witchcraft Museum and all of that.
Alrighty. So I'm going to pause him here. Well, actually, I'm just going to drop his volume. There we go. So volume's dropped. Let me see here. Darwinian thought that those jellyfish stings. YouTube. Yep, got a shill for YouTube Premium. Are we getting... We're going to find out if we're going to get Street Fighter 6 Salt. Circulated for both. Remember, getting Sarah Marshall at a scene with a sea urchin. Thank you for the stream. Might go start grinding and rank myself so I can hunt Philium. Oh shit! In Street Fighter 6, no kidding. Yeah, Dapper Dragon, grind away, fucking blast his ass. Are you Dapper Dragon on Street Fighter? Because we'll be looking for you if you are. Now I'm all fucking anxious and shit. Come on, meow. TD Dragon. All right, you'll know it's me. Yeah, because you'll be teabagging his ass every time you can. Hell yeah. Can you imagine fucking Steve doing the fucking, here we have a wild beggar. Now you see, he's robustly heavy with fat, and that's so he can stay warm in the winter. But as you can see, he's getting a bit cranky, because he didn't have his Tier 1 Super Chat or Tier 1 Tips Code met. Oh shit, somebody ought to do a full fucking skit on that. I'm way too unga bunga to use scammy. What a fucking term. You want to do the skit, huh, Darwinning? Alright, dude, man, do the fucking skit. I'll fucking air it. Hell, I may steal the idea if fucking That Being Said has something squirrely like that. He rhythmically shakes his tin cup to unfasten the Velcro. Alright, guys. Oh, shit. Well, till next time, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off there. I'm going to send you over to Raw Phil. Yeah. I'm going to be trying and doing this every Tuesday. Obviously, travel may prevent it, but fuck it. We'll roll with the punches. But till next time, as well as the goal for a troll, lift heavy, eat clean. Thank you all for coming, subbing, super chatting, liking, whatever. I really appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Take it easy.